Indeed, He will come through for us. Indeed, He will be there for us. Indeed, He will stand with us. You may pray. Sometimes the response may not come immediately after you prayed. You'd have to wait. You've been crying, waiting for morning to show up all night. You wait. The answer has not come yet. You wait. But you know, there's a song which I've been singing all morning. And the song goes like, because He lives, I can face tomorrow. That's all I've been singing this morning. Just that particular line. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, today I can go through the entire day having no worries, having no concerns, because He's got me. It may look unsettled. It may look as if things are not right. It may look as if things are not in pleasant places. But because He lives, I know I'll see tomorrow. And I've seen tomorrow. And I know He's got good thoughts for me. And I know He's got good plans for me. I know in the end, I will smile. And so would you smile as you be confident of the good things the Lord has for you today and the entire day. My name is Samuel Ishan. I'm happy to welcome you to the Happy Morning Show live on ATV Live on Happy 98.9 FM, Nissim 95.9 and 100.1. ACP retired Victor Tando Enche Odi Road. Safety tidbits never bring the headlines on the newspapers ever to us. We are now the social media trends and Zukakra Abraham for now the sports updates is also at us. You to us needing come and Friday. And so it's always a light edition of the Happy Morning Show. Yesterday, we focused on the flag bearer of the PNC in the 2020 elections. He shared with us lots and lots of stuff that's been going on in the party. And one name that appeared throughout the entire conversation was that of Janet Nabla. Today, Janet will join us on the show to share with us her side of the story as to the happenings within the PNC. And to encourage you to join us today, even as we have that conversation with her on the Happy Morning Show. For now, we'll just speak to ACP retired Victor Tando, and then we'll be back. Back at Master CNA ACP retired Victor Tando, Edin Commando Pay, no, the road safety tidbits, no, Eber, Senator Daniel, or the Eber. Eja, I'm a pension more crabber. Hello, ACP.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Pachano pay improve the same.
Oh, Yamiatum, Pacho, Migisa Mosumoy.
Pacho, madam, you cry, you are holding, you. And then pay ACP.
Another coin be an assay cassa.
Pacho, Mantido Kaino.
Monsieur, a coin be as a set, your cassa.
And then I was happy. I'm saying hide and seek the doors. Hide and seek the doors. Me who are. Na me so be fair back na osusu wako hiding say na dey pacho your point ya dem
Aye so it's my family Happy FM momo ene moduma pa mo dey simani so mo so be di ampoa mo mai mo fam dey na mo ye no enso ne mo ye no so ehwe ni senti me se so dom foja nkoso ran kam ho no nkoso enti na nim so enkyerem. Eti for mutage media and a pay. Mamunati, Mamachi Adishi. Edmund Bessage media cases so Happy FM 98.9. And a pay any idea, Bema, Sami, Eshon, the boss, honor of a demo. All my body children been Isaac, Ade. Justice Nati, Sifa Dankwa, Raymond Nyamado, Era Fati Shaibu, Ali. Pastor Thomas and Director John Kuma. So for the Amias on ye din ye, I do mamma the party and mere swam or dim to 3 and 9 year to 3 and sa. In ye need ye any papa be into the young say, Nemum a yadum. As I do the Amisom when ye cross, me and retired police for a few moments. Ye and church one of paying, said by His grace that we are alive. I am not Maraqua. Any other so educate and come. The mention driver for more connection in another Takradi station. Mamina, Chinarina don't pray ye, Emra, amenka mu nyina mo ho bokwa mo tombo moba mo tombo me mo fi nko CMB station nkoko ene odan akimodan station echeche mu nyina da fo mo ho no ya menko so nka mu nyina mo ho yenko to the station after drivers mo mu nyina chi anopai ya menko so ara nka mo ho yenko to 7 enko chi drivers ho no e ma mu nyina chi bushafo ya men isheshira mo enko madina ne adenta GPI ni protocol drivers ho chief donko me ma mu nyina chi anopai ya men ishira mo enko kofodia na yani GPI protocol for nko bimum kweli utasi drivers ma mu nyina chi ho ya men isheshira mo nyina na fie medro sama nkese GPI ni protocol cooperative no nyina ho ai penny alright oni okoto ni amua ma mu nyina chi ya me inshiramo na fe mi mo fi medro nsawom go filling station na chi GPI ni protocol for mo nyina da driver say wo nyina me cheche mu nyina taxi drivers me cheche mu nyina da na me nkoso nkam ho mo bankra mo tombo bebi amako bia no nya butre bodo tofo amu jeje kwa ho mo so pe kakra mo de babo maboso mu no ante biba ni ante diza ya me enka mu nyina ho ya me inshiramo obro ya me eje ni edini oni edini eze ye
no edi nkomo pay ojumedi so and we'll reconnect with ACP shortly na in the meantime no let me just remind Oman for say anapay no o shase no for nyankopon a shase start with your Bible, start with your Quran gidie bia wo mu bia no menim say entweye ene nhihye e wa ye de amawo wodi so nti your Bible na cha kan your Quran na cha kan ne tie de onyame ede mo no pay se opie abonten no akọ na onsusu no wakọ wadwuma na eno ana na me ka kire me yonko bi se opese oye papa if you want to be a kind man you can not be a kind man with your brain you can only be a kind man with your heart. It is the heart that determines how good you would be. If you meet somebody that you need to offer some help and assistance, and you're processing how much you have, how much money you have, you would never be kind to anybody. Let your heart determine your goodness. ACP, you're more baby.
Yo, medwase.
I'm saying, Homano na episode di homo kakra.
Obuakra.
Bache na nteja.
Yo, ebushafo a mudi ma woda kotonyima abosomi mo mei mu nyina da. Mo nyina woda pa. Mo di mudi da mo nyina woda pa. Related. Mo afre na mo bedi mudi so in advance ma nyina ho awoda pa. I mean say nyina da. O me nyina ahodin wom. Chafo na otwim efe normal kakra ya kwan so. Just you who say enipa inform so etimi akwanhia eba ye hu mirika miriketu ye hu insan ho ye hu ebre ye hu ntwitwabie enum wedi enum sa ye ne etwe ade gon no ni na ye hu akwa etimi fa so di akwanhia edeba na afi wi etire ni ye behwe ye lor kwan so portals mu ni ade nyina no ampa na afi hu ade ba kon so se ekwan ni fifi ene kwan nkem nyina se no so fu na wonam na hu uyonko ba bia obi ponam a no so ahmeti edo how to me de ba ni edi kampa ye kan ho asem eye kaswa ekwan enyirisa man from hode ba bedo to but dade mo ho na no on se enfinfin no from median hode fu papa hofu aso bi kura nemu ebesi kwan fufu mu se ya obre kan so kura mpo ye U10 ono so ebresa ni nyina no yehun ye yaka ho asem ye nsem penifo ebetu anamon mpefo tu anamon so ebeboa papa afi try no ebetra to butu ni hu se na no anom bemeda na pan shuto kese pa and so no antimi antwea no amegu kwan no so se ne ya ne kaye no na hu se gota na eda ho no gota no ene si enti e sempeni fo menye fa ho mfia se omotu ho na mo a kakrakra betu ho na mo aso ye fa abrekuma kwan so ko hu se cars e park in road junction nkwan taso no eno so nye sanse wu twakọ fukura de si kwan foforo mu a obre papa sanse cars a ya park ho no obi busa se no wa park ho no station na so re da bi amanfo akọ park ho a yesi fom ekotutwe bie ko nom san bo life da bi enye kura ye twasa mfoni no ye de bro na ohwe a wa we be ho enye kura enti esre principal mo hwe so mo ye bu restaurant kwan ho so mo ntimi wa na driver for nye baby pam park no me park kwan so junction so dia da bi sans emra say you can park within 100 feet or 30 meters within a road junction. Road junction, untimi park road junction. There be. O park on more mra etia. Enti evesre. Enti sade no doko MTU for Madam Roma over to you. And a CEO Accra MTU. Superintendent ora apia. Mo pomo ni hwese akwa no so. Na mo heso betimi atutu no ma na akoye a. Ni nyina no so etimi boa imbonya kwanche ne be sibe ansan na pe ka se nani e wonya obi business obetutwe bia pe be fa aka kosi na nanti kotutwa na mo yeso be park o car no so across obstruction and na etime yi o how for bi dia pre obi ene ye gitumu a enyi enti wonya na gidi se ebetimi ahye no so ye die tu anamon we biara betimi aboa ama kwanche no sane ano ambrass o yakwa so ebusu afọ mamo me ntutu dase mamo me ntutu na se sansa kwanhyesi a ene chase mo no krenye eyo how kese pa ye di kan se wadaje ne tosu mienu e de ayrofo e de ba ne tosu bio e de eka ene de ba eka na se kofitem ka na se kofitem ye mai itina isa feje ukofa taxi untimi mfatazi na ba fatro ya ne nyina no wa ujejege enti weni be nyina no wa esese ye waduma so utimi ye na uyi weni firi na so yi firi ho obi ankonya akwanhia no amfa no ho anko da ahunhihia yi no ye ni sam yi se nyina no ebetimi aboa yen etimi aboa yen na sabri mu obushafo na tiefo edu na otwe wie yi ni se eyi no bebre babawo nkanyi beka nanso enye eyi a wokọ no eni tutwebi a wokotutwebi no na ese dia kwanhia ba ese sonso ye ho se wonum two bottles ebe hawa and half glass bi for the far people no mukeke enko traho enko kase bring two mo fa gin kakra so mame enye du sabre ne pena hu se wo yakọ poni usafo mi enfie hu ye yes odon fa jan so be ken no de asie happy atiefo odon fa jan yin fo han bo no muso bienu ne de ni na otu wie mi nada na juma pebire si mo bi ni so na jana no nhira so na menye atom emanye jana dom ne ne pa happy atiefo drada ye be sign asia
It's been a pay with us so the road safety tidbit no aben e wodwumadi ni so an pay beto so na ye de headlines of the newspapers no abre omanfo yo amra so say etifo ye de headlines of the newspapers no abre omanfo ahwefo nyina so ye mo bibia akwa ba abrantie remonya wado ewo menchen sa enso so na aketesia Fati Shaibwali enso o menchen ye de dwumadi no abre mo Fati me ba on chen sa so na we mo me ba on chen and Bibia editing. Yo, Ray, finance and okay.
I was saying I would try.
I don't know if so some Saturday.
I would try.
The same you some Saturday. And somebody mono Saturday and the mamma, Muntimin come on to. And then Yana be mad.
So I mean, Assembly Abba. Now, I know pay we are preaching me. So let your heart there. Would have boss be on.
So what you preaching now? But who has my kind?
So it's tinting in the and say, "Yeah, do it." 100% say, "Oh, why I do it so that." Why are doing my own show so that?
The fact say mummy and me my doing in chess and me am members enemies adoya me o show is
Members
no mubi sa John Kuma and Madoya me
5 cities no.
wakasa
pay me exam bano. I say be ya doya o show no so.
wa be adoya o show
with the book aba.
with the book aba
Fatina
one page pen ya
Fatina me na doya first. So say when you second book. Second third Fatina me na doya.
yeah and
See. Yeah doya no. What you say? See. Oh. See. So oh she.
some me share
Yeah,
some enter my idea I
share,
was
share,
my
share.
idea me here no
Send us here. What?
oh some me share
Yeah, send us here.
yeah
What?
okay
What you say? No, Simon Pese.
oh
share
no
now,
problem
see,
no problem
Hmm?
no problem no problem
Hmm.
no problem
Hmm. What you say?
ti my
I will try. Oh no, Betty. Sister.
side chain
I don't like this kind of check.
what is side chain my
Ah, we are super mom dear.
Say
Oh, young for the say.
what is
Oh.
side chain my
Ah, Simon, I was through.
but it
Check in there, the mouth.
From
Wait,
here.
I
Mama
sign
had
it.
Yeah. The amount into there. Ghanaian Times, and okay, oh, say, if you see the say, Sammy, if you see the say,
check maybe you quite yourself about so
that's all no way to natural.
and no quite yourself about so
Sammy, I know pay say champion for back community. Answer now.
after signing check it
Your chum come check.
Mama who's going to be side check it
CEO Global Media Alliance. The channel no pay.
okay
Mr. NS Party baby I will be no pay a chair.
hey Mr. Bati me who na chepa
Or Loki.
who's the first no
On Casa.
now the point me bo we say
Yeah.
but around this time we was a boy room
Now so Oborium secretly.
ah
Oborium secretly.
okay
And I bet you Mr.
Party.
Edwin Amankwa.
sisi ano em say Raymond chia mo a wan kasa bo mo high and one respond na say ombe so mo free you person fan in so say your bo mo high na say one more respond ya mama am sending it high
Yeah.
so more respond ya na say fan no
Yeah.
automatically omu yi omu free fan in so
Sisi anu me ankasa me live patron.
sending Mr. Boateng
Pese me patron ma fan no. CEO Mr. Edwin Amankwa baby I will be na pay a chair.
ati member high na say member high keke and I for hello hi
It is Sammy Fatiso Day
Mr. Boateng
Chief the no become.
please your fate is on the line
And
Mr.
Mr.
Boateng
Mr. Elvis Omanieji, aka Chief. Anope Echia.
is it Ambassador Okrumwa
Yeah, Ambassador.
Ambassador Okrumwa ono so member ne high I member Mr. Amankwa so high
Party we are greetings
na your future my future prof so prof man high but Mr. Boateng my born high a ticky blue now within 5 minutes or responded there na say you in a free fan
very good
yes
this I mean Nancy.
you
Ghanaian Times and Opay say determining global cocoa price. Let's support Ghana Cote d'Ivoire Cocoa Initiative. Cocoa Board boss lobbies African countries. President calls on inventors, entrepreneurs to spearhead growth development in West Africa. Government remains committed to protecting Achimota Forest. Benito Owusu-Bio. 3 arrested for attacking and vandalizing Benya FM. 1 killed following.
Has there been a statement from the GJA?
Yes, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, they condemned the
Giba.
Mehu Giba.
National Media Commission.
Mehu National Media Commission. But Mehu.
But this happened early this week.
Yeah, that's
I think even last week.
I think it was over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on a GJA for statements by.
Yeah. And I'm a kind of paper. No, maybe they released it earlier, but it was published yesterday.
Okay. All right.
1 killed following police youth clash at Nkranza. 5 Dodua residents in court for assaulting ECG workers. Irate youth burn police checkpoint at Karimenga. Communications Minister launches National Digital Academy. So I know better.
I honestly don't know. Unless maybe you read the story.
I see. Pass affirmative action bill into law. Sunyani Airport to open soon. President assures. Sunyani Airport or something.
Sunyani Airport.
Yeah. What's it? Sunyani Airport to open soon. President assures. I see. African intelligentsia and academia in the affairs of African nations today. And no, a year feature of a paper now bet me a kind. Acting on global security initiative to safeguard world peace and tranquility. Keynote speech by Vice Foreign Minister Li Yucheng. Seeking peace and promoting development. Then you know a feature of a paper now bet me a kind. We a Vice Foreign Minister of China and all this assembly at Tuja. 30 young people improve capacity in local governance. Mahama, NDC will vigorously oppose a Japan royalties deal. Government sets up 3-member committee to find amicable solution to Bulgarian embassy land case. Mine health safety officers update knowledge. Sisala West MP rolls out initiative to address unemployment. Channel e-levy funds into massive development. Government has performed remarkably, but Edward Mahama Enode Sasemwe Atuja. Government remains committed to protecting Achimota Forest. NPA boss awarded for outstanding leadership. Any story I waha Obehu Mustafa Abdul Hamid. OG Award, I say, honored among top 50 public sector leaders on the African continent. Into ne Abasubodia, Ediama opinion Kessie, our friend Mustafa Hamid. And final stories, I'm the Baba says CSOs urge government to reverse EI 144 on Achimota Forest. Foreign Minister advocates decisive action to address food insecurity in Africa. And police arrest 8 for building in danger zone in Gassau. We stories are anope oko Ghanaian Times more over to me. Okay.
Daily Guide. Government will protect Achimota Forest. Soldiers will crush terrorists, says Minister. My tigers are for safari. Nana Kwame Bediako and Eka Palm Tapa commit suicide. I goofed Kofi Bentel and Eka. So Ubi Pipanimwa, other stories are Ubenyebi Akan essay. Ex-PPA boss faces 17 charges. Russia, 1,730 Ukrainian troops have surrendered in Mariupol. And when Africans asked for COVID shot, they didn't get them. Now they don't want them. Guinea-Bissau's political crisis deepens. Nigeria's Lagos bans nuisance motorbike taxis. Sasso and other stories that were saying. KOD to return to radio. VIP to headline CEO summit. AJ Nelson drops new single. I am considering vasectomy and no Nick Cannon. See our base 7 and Enkasa some way. Cocoa Board rules Nigeria Cameroon. Senior economics explains economic hardship. Way a story Alpha Daily Guide newspaper na Ubenyebi Akan.
Daily graphic stories are on a be any Ashanti region NPP polls. Wontumi faces stiff contest and on Machimota Forest Buhaha compensation informed declassification. Deputy Minister Anna Ekasa Parks and Gardens beautifies roads. Exercise extends to MMDAs and no Honoma amount for a bit me. I can kind of be and pay a war a daily graphic more. Lagos bans motorbike taxis for most roads. Rival Libyan PM to set up government in Sete. And no Honum and as a set. Dan Botre man who should be president and also Honum Ukraine invasion could cause global food crisis. And Israel will not investigate Shireen Abu Akleh's killing. Stories are anopaya amount for a bit me I can kind be other stories and so kratano emu any Domahene comments president for development initiatives and no honum 24 Foundation pays bills of 27 mothers at Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. And no 31 to contest Northern Regional MPP positions. And the NDC needs unity to recapture power. Of Osuambofo and so Enna Kasa. And to we stories are a what daily graphic more anopay.
The Chronicle anopay say Asokwa Municipal Police Commander yells radio stations breaking up homes with amateurish attempts to settle marital disputes. Sammy, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but there are several videos of radio stations and especially in the Ashanti region in the afternoon, one afternoon belt, and yet for political discussions, for marital discussions. Until Behani Akofo being kuna bet na honum now more cow more fee in sem na the attempt it's very, very rampant in yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
That's
Some of the things and the way they are discussed, now who's necessary, quack. Obo Masum was in Obo Masum. Oh.
I'll support your government to succeed. UBA Ghana MD assures President Akufo-Addo. Josephine Nkrumah presents letters of credence to President George Oppong-Weah. Oto aso paper noma or say Achimota Forest will never be sold. Benito Owusu-Bio. Court of Appeal resolves leadership impasse at 7th-day Pentecostal. And Ghana Post pleads for more government business to increase the 3% of revenue. We stories are Chronicle, the Abanope.
And when I make a story, I saw it on Ghana Web, where a morning show host alleges that already 20 acres or more is in the hands of a private big man.
This Achimota, yeah.
Yes.
The radio presenter should come and mention which big man it is.
Well, but a radio presenter, morning show host, has alleged that this land we are talking about will be in the shade of that.
Sir? Yeah. Now, sir, we demarcation there.
Yeah.
And one in Chen Hono na Petru Noga here. Now, I send Remu Kakrako to Piemo Abofum and in Pete Moho. Just say, see, I never view no.
What you go?
The new weekend crusading guide. Danish law reveals 154 MMDAs without valid bylaws. Specific action, less talk is what NPP needs. Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer who filed charges. Government committed to protecting Achimota Forest. Benito Owusu-Bio, Enna Eka. Tijaniya Supreme Leader applauds Akufo-Addo, says government handling of COVID-19 gives citizens ease of movement outside Ghana. A Greek minister called Zimbabwe ambassador to strengthen bilateral relations. So other stories are Ubenya Ewo paper no more essay. Tracy Boachi advises young women against dating married men. Gloria Safo opens up about sex roles in movies. Sasso and a house of Tonto Dike's ex-boyfriend demolished. Ethiopia has world's biggest displaced population report. Nigeria Treasury chief suspended amid fraud claims. Sasso and a specific action and Umakindada. John Apontia Kuma Esquire donate hospital beds to Fumesua Health Center. Fumesua Health Center. 5 die after being buried by charcoal-loaded vehicle in crash at Begro.
Yesterday, you remember we mentioned?
Yes.
So how did they get to the cities with all that load?
Yeah. Reverse declassification of parts of Achimota Forest. CSOs to government. Allow private sector investors to establish and run national airline. Captain Kweno to government. Stories are the new weekend proceeding guide. Ediaba. Republic Press. Failing to manage natural resources equally breed conflict. NDCP boss. At a Mills Memorial Heritage launches 10th anniversary celebration. School bus driver gets life imprisonment for sexual assault on 5-year-old pupil. Meko story nimu. Achimota Forest deal wobbles as Osu chiefs discredit Owu family. Help reduce dependence on foreign aid. Akufo-Addo charges policymakers. Bank of Ghana governor worry over rising inflation. Stories of Republic Press Ubenyabi Akai.
Daily Statesman front page stories on a page. Government commissions unprecedented school projects in Central Region. Fake party cards rock NDC as aspiring leaders employ tricks to outwit one another. Gabi, 1D, 1F unprecedented scenes in Nkrumah. And Domahene praises Akufo-Addo for transforming Bono. And also so Honoma Oman for which can we find that newspaper and pay stories no AB any $122 million DEC Vaccines company for Ghana to produce 13 different vaccines for Ghana as well as export. And Wana pledges support for Green Ghana project. Ghana Police Service calls for calm at Nkoranza. Are you aware that there's a trend or social media, Twitter for that matter, that the IGP must go?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dampari must go. That's the trend. And it has to do with the issue you raised yesterday about how seemingly innocent people are being killed. And we don't see the outcome of investigations that supposedly the Ghana Police Service does, or any of the agencies. What happened to this guy, our CTFM friend, that we were told the army was going to investigate a commander who was at the National Security who was sent back to? And what happened to that issue? Anyway. Stop returning government-acquired lands to original owners. Occupy Ghana and Kasasem. And 2 stories on the page. In Kratano, Eddie Abraham.
Andy can come and pay the chair or the informer about no pay. Now, stories say what ebini. Wicked plot against Dufour. Ashanti delegates warn elders. NDC MP threatens bloodbath over a Japa deal. We will tackle your concerns. Government assures Bono chiefs. It's time to build prosperous Africa. President Akufo-Addo. Cooperate with us. Ghana Armed Forces urge public. And tigers scare residents as officials look on. So I mean, story we were interested.
But can someone keep tigers in their home like that?
So I mean, same way about Bisano. You were LI 1452. Wildlife Conservation Amendment Regulations 1989. Na ukupiemu ewo section 6. Na sa section 6 na o say no person 6A. Okay, remember I know your back. Yeah, 6B. No person shall keep a wild animal as pet unless he is the holder of a license issued by the Chief Game and Wildlife Officer or his representative for that purpose. Application for license to keep a wild animal as a pet shall be made in writing to the Chief Game and Wildlife Officer or his representative in the area of residence of the applicant, accompanied by such fees as may be determined by the Chief Game and Wildlife Officer. It is, I mean, what license no stipulate nearby so yeah under a person who contravenes any of these provisions and regulations in 6A or 6B commits an offence and shall be convicted and shall on conviction be imprisoned or be fined not exceeding 10,000 Ghana cedis or both.
But what,
So,
these are the laws. If he has the license?
So I mean, sir, I saw a story or say it belongs to Safari. I saw Fatima kinds of story. No?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Say, you know, I mean, in this town.
No, but a man of
In
a
this
stature,
town-
a man of a stature.
Where the stature is.
I mean, the kind of properties, it would not be that difficult. He would have legal representation, would advise him as to the acquisition and, keeping of these pets. And I am sure with all that we are reading as to the feedback he is giving members of the
So, I mean,
community,
We have to
he
call,
may have a
let's say
license.
a fair wildlife for no. And they should
He
come
may
and
have a
tell us that
license.
they give
He
a
may
license.
have a license.
Sammy,
He may have a license.
I doubt.
He may. For
I
me,
doubt.
he may have a
You
license.
see, me sure say acquisition we and say na better dog in any man.
I don't think so.
Well,
Because to even bring lions or tigers into the country alone, there are processes you have to go through at the airport.
so they came in as caps.
Yes, but that one safe, there are
Caps
processes you have to go through.
Kitty. But I mean, and I say to me, raise wildlife. I saw me to me church here. Because Emra Oho, you see, I mean, when you say Chroma, Bibia Emra Oho. Assemble now be who lost.
Now, one wildlife video be na me share no.
Yeah, there.
Akwabi to no so who o won fi. I know friend wildlife so. Who o won fi. Akwa no wildlife no say who nipa won che o se an. Ene momo de ana mu nko abo no. Na mo mpere bi na mo fa ni si na kwan say ah. Na masa I thought say wildlife for there mo number 2 of so me nkum mo ano. O si you pa won kwa de ene.
So Republic Press, me fan to us or say Achimota Forest Reserve deal wobbles as Osu chiefs discredit Owu family. So I want the latest side of the story for Osu chiefs.
Yes.
Now,
It's
Osu
going to be
chiefs-
interesting times.
Osu chiefs on the 1930 ruling about you.
Interesting times ahead.
But
Very
what's the
interesting
story?
times ahead.
Apparently there were 15 claimants to the property in 1930.
And look when I just say no be at the end.
Yeah. Ama obronini your determination. So I mean, white man judge no, or your determination on this matter as to who owns the land and a government share compensation. Because I mean, anyone want say British colonial masters no, on beji asasi omutu on capre no. So I mean, anyone. Because compensation. Omu no mudi ba yo.
Yeah.
Into on beji asasi that huge asasi no omutu 1 cedi po. Hey. But yanko yenim.
Daily Analyst. Owu family breaks silence. We have suffered historical injustice. Alleged Kofredro ritual killings untrue. Rexec Ena Ekasa Assembly. Current rift in PNC saddening. Edward Mahama. Tain NPP guru
I saw no
commended
apasaya
for
so on the
supporting
shechi.
the youth.
On the shechi now.
Allegedly.
Yes, that's what he said.
On no stocky feelings.
Yes, on the saying yeah.
I see.
In Kranza murder, family of murdered man demand swift action as tension rises. Abrantia no hu esisi apoka makama nka oba be edwuma. Ahwe na ebusuafo. Albert Donko and other one. Takwa SHS launches 60th anniversary as MCE calls for massive support from old students. Miriana made the Business and Financial Times air so. Legal education reforms must be responsive to professional risk. GPHA congratulates GG on his election as IAPH Vice President. Top Emirates pilot joins McDan Aviation, calls for increased local private participation in sector. Growth target remains doubtful with rising inflation, according to Fitch. Rising food prices, manufacturers, traders must consider statization for reprieve. CBG calls on Chief Imam to deepen ties with Muslim community. Saso and GIS Northern Command intensifies security at border point. Community development agreements to be inked in new mining guidelines. Saso and growth target remains doubtful with rising inflation. Legal education reforms must be responsive to professional risk. Job placement schemes and initiatives must focus on quality outcomes. And also paper nemo. Saso and Commonwealth Africa explores ways of combating corruption. Joel Nete, elected president of the Old Achimota Association, OAA, and Honum. Stay away from Achimota Forest. And also a paper anymore will be to me a kind be. So and our Business and Financial Times weekend. Yes, Christmas came early in May. Playwright Latif Abubakar to thrill patrons with latest play with Fred Amugi as the lead role. 40 Under 40 Africa, South African firm to organize 2023 edition as it secures hosting rights from Zodos Communications, and also a war paper Nimwa Ubetumi Apebi Akai.
Then Quisita Anopese A.B. Ajay Saga, Ejabin strikes and receives public salute. Sami? Now, one salute special prosecutor. I said, you there's a straga every year to hold that. Anna. Oh. Reach across the aisle. Afenyo marking to MPs. You can't manage national resources like Investment Bank. Dr. Graham Shades. Proper parenting losing grounds in Ghana. Kwabna at Japan and not this same way about Simon and
Yes.
Proper parenting losing grounds in Ghana. Also, our paper no. Oh, sir, Uska, Ushoba, Uska, the no school papa, Uska, man, quality education, quality lifestyle in your mono. You're sure, sir, no, no, Pesoka. Some say no proper parenting.
Yeah, that's proper parenting. I was saying, what description of proper parenting? Can you imagine? How can I also say?
Uska. Na ubano bibia opebia na odi amano opeso odi ne beko top school on beko fine school che say ubema odi sika be mano na ko school papa che say ube invest in akola no hia ka na wato amano bibia opebia na oya amano and proper parenting.
You know that's not what it means.
Oh,
you know that's not what it
means. No, no proper parenting no.
Proper parenting and for most families they don't get that.
Sami.
The parenting you are
describing your proper parenting.
No, you see, and parenting in Kopeska. It's not parents who are bringing up their children. No. People are bringing up their children. Social media is bringing up their children. YouTube is bringing up their children. Facebook is bringing up their children. TikTok is bringing up their children.
I disagree.
So there isn't any proper parenting.
Cooperates with military to sustain peace and development. Ghana Armed Forces. Minority to file motion in Parliament over killing of Albert Donko. Religious leaders announce plans to make places of worship safe. We retrieve feces, condoms, from fishes caught from River Densu. Tetegu fishermen lament pollution. We retrieve feces and condoms from fishes. Fish no more use condom now.
So one is they swallow it.
I'm coming to condom. Oh, I say. And they are in a bow.
Sunday. And I'm the OEB.
Gang linked to kidnapping and robberies and rape of women at Adenta arrested. Final story Waha essay. Annual ban on drumming and noise making is not pagan and heathen. We any story inquisitor Diaba and Opay.
Yo, also na Yemfa stories in for your website and bear on man for www.happyghana.com. Money will not buy you contentment. Kwabena eje Japan and eka sa asema. Osisika sika. Intimi emao energy.
Sir,
I disagree.
Crisis in Ukraine has compromised food security of Africa, President Akufo-Addo. Osu Traditional Council claims ownership of Achimota Forest. I'm still a member of the PNC, David Aposera. Admits error in handling of the Nkuransa case, police advised. We are breaking the AIDS without limitations, Moses Abo and Kasa. And other stories, and so in a businessman and Kwame Bediakos Tigers scare rich residents into stories that unpaid. Away your website, happyghana.com.
So I mean, those tigers matter and a very serious matter.
Yes, it's a serious matter.
And
it's a serious
you see,
matter.
Ella Namikaya, now it was under the Forestry Commission or more acts, maybe. Until I said to me, Forestry Commission, wildlife fund. I think this. I mean, you see, you want to me ma sika. To say also obi a sika ni ana usika ntino. Obe take law into the hands now. Why yeah, the AEB also yeah no. Oh no, Sammy.
Don't say that thing because that's the trend.
Oh, Sammy.
That's the trend.
But you see, it's got to stop.
The rich escapes, the poor gets trapped.
It's got to stop.
The poor takes yam, cassava, 10 years, 20 years. The rich takes 1 billion. Goes in and gets a pardon.
Fatty story now about Safari, no, I'm a pessimity, but.
Just say, my radio. For me, it's neither here nor there. I don't like
Safari near there.
And the from what I get from the write up, you know, is.
It's what? It's like what?
I say I didn't baby. Instead of
the issue
at hand, you know, yeah, they are sending and baby, you know.
What I mean, if you're trends now, we have to deal with this matter because one of the matters is Adama Kumasu.
All I can say is, however, the individual managed to bring the tigers into the country, no, and also your idea was a because I don't think say.
You can't just bring.
He can't just bring them into the country. Into Obina, okay, yeah.
Yes.
What's my say? And then for what
purpose?
Here or see your day bano. What's my say?
Somebody.
And also and your pets.
No.
Pet. The story I'm married, you know. And your pets.
Okay.
And your pets.
So.
As I'm not and as we saw the nine now, baby, I can't so as but I don't quite get it.
So I mean, if it's not a pet, then you don't have any business keeping it in your home or in any residential facility. Ultimately, and the law is clear on that.
Because you see, the people, the people in the community have a right to be concerned.
I'll read this story to you.
Have you seen that footage on
sometimes
social media of somebody's camera? They were fast asleep at night, and then their dog was barking. The dog saw a creature behind their gate. And they started backing, whoa, whoa, whoa. Then I think the dog saw that it was either a lion or a tiger. So he retreated back into the house. The lion or tiger or whatever creature it was jumped inside the house and went to pick the dog.
Yeah, it's true.
And not initially appear about him.
Yeah, CCTV.
So I mean, it's a serious matter. We shouldn't joke with it at all.
This is a serious matter. Serious matter. Chamianko citynewsroom.com and I'll say, applaud government for doing the right thing with Achimota Forest, Benito Ousubio.
Proceed.
Reclaiming Achimota Forest land, not about money. Lawyer for Owu family. It's time for Africa to prosper, reduce dependence on foreign aid. President. NDC suspends Amasaman constituency chairman for issuing fake party cards. Akufo-Addo worried over impact of fertilizer shortage on poultry industry. Now, also was citynewsroom.com and other stories say current rift in PNC saddening. Edward Mahama. One arrested in Boku over armed attack on traders at Binaba Market. Takrady fake pregnancy case. Court asks defense to file witness statements by June 7. Minorities legal action against E-levy premature. Afenyo Markin. Northeast region. Youth destroy checkpoint after police shoot pylon rider. We've suffered historical injustice. Owu family speaks on Achimota Forest land, and our government condemns attack on Benya FM, moves to bring perpetrators to book. Reserve declassification of parts of Achimota Forest, CSOs to government. We, the stories and obey. Uko citynewsroom.com. Obetumi akai.
Say it was what na yeko CNN.com and pay. Okay.
Google News. Ghana Tourism Authority introduces affordable packages to boost domestic tourism. Graphic launches tertiary business challenges. Unsafe abortion, the headache for Ghana Health Service. Akufo-Addo is steering the affairs of Ghana very well. Domahene Ena Ekaye. Accra Academy launches historic book. Ghana inflation rate tests central bank policy rate. So other stories I've been say our friendship extends to all levels Norwegian ambassador in Ekaye. Ghana cautions nationals against traveling to northern Mali. We Google News and pay.
Yentasi and CNN stories and Bre Oman for Donbass is completely destroyed. Zelensky says many dead in strike near Chernihiv as Ukrainian president accuses Russia of deliberate and criminal attempt to kill as many Ukrainians as possible. Biden offers strong support for Finland's and Sweden's NATO bid. He built a moving, nearly life-size Star Wars X-wing fighter. Now he wants to use it to help Ukraine. And North Korea is grappling with a COVID disaster. What does that mean for Kim Jong-un? And Asia facing most volatile security environment in decades. DEP associates testify about challenges working with him. Nina air stories are pay a month for a bit me I can kind ABA.
BBC.com Adopay said Donbass region completely destroyed, Zelensky says. US fully backs Sweden and Finland NATO bids, Joe Biden. 1 month anti-war protests in a tiny Russian town. North Korea fighting COVID with tea and salt water. Ex-official apologizes for role in Afghanistan 4. Monkeypox investigated in Europe, US and Australia. Cost of living bites as Australians head to the polls. Canada to ban Huawei from its 5G networks. Russian McDonald's buyer to rebrand restaurants. Oklahoma bans most abortions after conception. And Nigeria treason suspect allowed to watch Liverpool. Here in Sema. BBC.com, they are banned.
If you want my Reuters news, Africa has contained monkeypox outbreak during COVID. South Africa's first black hot air balloon pilot shakes up once exclusive sport. And Mozambique polio case similar to Malawi case, Africa CDC and Eka we Reuters news.
Yentwaso na yemfa weather updates kakra embrel manfo no pay ewujumedi ni so. Na yeka manfo se safi and ado fili na to one say ye mo akwa about happy morning show. So with me a follow conversation on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Your handle no ETV Ghana and now say happy 989 FM. It's with me a follow any of these platforms be na only a dim come. What's your thoughts on Eddie Benny? Ebeji Emrania kind Eddie Ama Omanfo no pay Ghana met you for saying country Omanfo said. Southern Ghana is cloudy this morning. Few areas in the west will experience rain. Periods of sunshine will be observed across the country as the day progresses. There is a possibility of rain later today over southern Ghana and over few areas within the north. And no Honum. And a breakdown any one will say Aflao, Accra, Kaswa, Cape Coast, and the Takrade will be partly cloudy this morning with lowest temperature around 25 degrees Celsius area. Sunny breaks are expected for these areas with temperature around 32 degrees Celsius. And you may thunderstorms and rains are expected this evening with temperature around 27 degrees Celsius. Northern Belton would experience few clouds with Yendi, Tamale, Bole, Damango, Bogatanga, Nalarigu experiencing a temperature of around 26 degrees Celsius. It will be sunny with temperature around 35 degrees Celsius. And then you may thunderstorms and rains are expected with temperature around 30 degrees Celsius. Into way and the weather update and pay your day ebre omanfo.
If you want to man call Ghana Health Service now the COVID-19 update to us. So active cases 54, confirmed cases 161,325, new cases 4, deaths 1,445, recoveries and discharge 159,826. Your core vaccination driver, a total of 15,032,815 vaccine doses have been administered. We as at 18th May 2022. If you want to know world total figures, 524 million plus 703,000. Death 6.27 million plus 2,381. And no COVID-19 updates, And if you want to not call straight to social media na yɛde trends no abrɛ mu na sɛ na motie headlines na hashtag bi a trendy ɛyɛ Nana Kwame Bediako na Nana Kwame Bediako yɛtaa ɛfrɛ no Freedom Jacob Caesar anaasɛ Cheddar na ɔno ɛna ɔyɛ Ghanaian businessman na amanfoɔ anaasɛ ne neighbors ɛde ɔmo nsa egu ɔmo ti so ɔmo sun sɛ within ɔmo estate no animals bi a asɛ ntwa yie sɛ wɔ sɛ ɔmo tumi ɛnenam nipa mu ɛnenam nipa mu nti no ɔmo ama ɔmo yam hyehyɛ ɔmo a ɔmo nya ahotɔ koraa ɛwɔ area na ɔmo ɛti mu no na Wonderworld Estate no ɛwɔ Avenue Lincoln ɛhɔnom ɛna saa yi tigers no ɛwɔ tiger ɛyɛ jata na ɛyɛ sebo
ɔsebo
ɛhɔnom ɛna
Saa.
ɔsebo no ɛwɔ ɛna tiger yɛ de
Tiger, Jata.
jata
I'm confusing you.
exactly nti no tiger anaasɛ tigers bi ɛwɔ hɔnom wohwɛ TV anaasɛ wohwɛ yɛ ɛwɔ
Are those the tigers?
tigers mmienu bi ɔmo sɛ deɛ ɔmo pictures no wɔ ha no mu a ɛnenam hɔ no na ɛbɛto odwa no comment a aba no ɔmo sɛ wei mu asɛ ɔmo a they look like this
No, but are
say
those his
Omo.
tigers now? Moka Wansem.
I really
but I don't
can't
know
tell.
how they can get this picture and get that video unless the picture was taken from the video nti no saa ɛna ɛkɔ no nti comment ɛbaa yɛ ɛnie Deborah say his thoughts are for tourism purposes and not for bad intentions. Let's support his vision and stop this too much reverse life.
Baby, I want a tourist.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm saying that is exactly what is in the paper. It's trying to make you look like somebody is frustrating Obi Goodwill.
Goodwill in
Which
the
is,
residential
I mean,
area.
even the story doesn't add up. Nanaya say, you've been able to live with Akufo-Addo for... I won't read this. Ado say, I don't know whether the law say it's illegal for anyone with the ability to harbor any wild animals in a residential area. The authority should at least come out to issue a statement in order to sway the fears of his neighbors. But it doesn't make sense to have cobras and anacondas in my house and later say I want to help boost tourism after my neighbors have complained. Ochiman say, can you please release them to the Jubilee House? Kwanzaa say, the intentions are good. As a country, we have been joking with tourism and losing out big time. I, however, think that the estate community is not the best place to nurse them. I think the video no explanation bi woma na bibinti muma yembo na yentie.
Accra or somewhere in Ghana that will attract people when they come to Ghana. I really consider, right, I have 2 tigers that I bought on a bid between Ghana and Dubai, and which I was the representative from a private sector that had initiated my interest in purchasing these 2 animals. So we did go through the process. The animals are 7 months old, still at a very young stage. I went in to buy these animals to add the value of tourism in our country. I wanted to go into the safari world by making sure that Ghana becomes the first country in the whole of West Africa, East Africa, and Central Africa, except for South Africa, that have these animals. We wanted to be the first that will have it, and so I went in for the male and the female version of it. And I've been keeping them with me for 6 months. And I brought experts from outside to create a safety cage for these animals so they don't endanger, don't become dangerous to the public. And so that's why I have them with me. But not to say that these discussions hasn't been going on with the Forestry Commission. We are trying our best to merge together to open a good zoo in Accra or somewhere in Ghana that will attract people when they come to Ghana. I really consider the danger side, but I'm not here to harm people, and I'm not here to encourage that people should have tigers to harm people. I'm here because I want to boost our tourism. I want to add value to our country. I've invested in these animals and it cost me well over 100,000 to be able to get them to this level, and we're willing to invest more and more until they're safe, until people can visit them and people can be a part of them.
Sir and Freedom Jacob Caesar. Final comment. John is saying, this dude is not serious. He has
first
good
of all,
intentions.
right. I have 2 tigers.
But do the tigers know that?
Representative
Is it even lawful to keep wild animals in residential areas?
I went
and here he is talking about introducing wild animals
to add
into different environments without first understanding the balance of that ecosystem. Another conversation to have before making such audacious moves. If you want to man, Ghana Police so air trending. Now Ghana Police, the Accra Regional Police Command and Rano, Omoka so may receive complaint to say tigers via ye keep your mo ewo residential neighborhood ewo Accra. Na police no in a release no essay omo be relocate tigers ni if you wonder World Estate honum. Comment by Ebini Ami should say, can they relocate wild pets in every home, please? Give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Benji say, Ghana, someone keeps tigers in his house cage. It's now a problem to people. So other countries who do same, do their neighborhood complain? So what about the wild dogs that are always taken out for sports and all? Bread and butter issues anyways. You can't live in this country in peace, I see. Michael say, good job Ghana Police. The lives of the people in the area can't be put under high risk.
Are the police are there?
Almost the police no.
Police no.
The right place. Yes.
Ghana Police.
Accra, yes. Greater Accra Division. Mauli say, Boss P say, are they saying he has no power? He has no paperwork on those tigers, even when he was importing them to Ghana. Mauli say someone died in a police cell. Go and investigate and find out what happened. Leave this guy alone. Baba say Ghana police armed robbers shooting and killing a colleague police in a bullion van because of money are not scared of baby tigers. MPP communicator and also air trendy. Now one of the lead MPP communicators in the Ashanti region, and why explain he said he will vote out the incumbent chairman, chairman won to me. Na and some no kind no mama yenti na afiyen for comment no and to us.
Wound to me is a floodly. This time we are changing him because he has floodly us. Yes. We now relaxing that she have been cheating us, so we don't want him again. Yeah. That's why we are bringing Chamodeno home this time. Wound to me is a floodly. He has a lot of things. You see, when you go to national and you are going to find something, they will tell you that we have given it to your regional chairman, so go to him. You see, and when you come to him, he will also tell you that they haven't given him anything. But we have investigated, and now we know that all that we heard is true. He used our name, to collect something from national, but he will never give it to us. Example. Some of the examples. This thing. The used cars. The washing cars. Even I haven't received one, But if you go to national, there was my name there. That my chairman have come and collect a car, and he gave one to me. My name is there, but meanwhile, he haven't given me any car. He is a promise and failure chairman, so we don't need him again. That's why we are bringing Chairman Odene home.
Comments Nibini. I believe this. My uncle also went to Prempeh College. Don't worry, we understand every word you said. Mark, I say what we need to know is that English is not our language, but we forced to speak it. When you go to Italy, they speak Italiano, not English. Sir, Amuka Italiano. Okay. Also, if you go to Arab, they speak Arabic, but Ghanaians cannot speak English, then it becomes a problem. Kwame said, but the people around him, including the journalists, are mean. How can you be so serious? Maybe I can't. Bishop say, wound to me is fraudulent. I can't even breathe. If you want to mark KNUST, so air trendy. Now, students of Kumasi-based University, KNUST, and na Omuhuti at female students are na onante majestically. Na ofika bimu epia omo ekase speculate say no sugar daddy car na all train wa bontia no so catwalk na akotena car ni mu na girl no esi free ni hall na onante akotena car ni mu no na emrantie na omo wo hall honom no epie fi omo dem no omo sha ase say omo man fans na emo fans no mo de man chin na no mo ka so mo man fans a e bia obedwane akɔhye ne dem back but when fi omo e no nante ya ekotena ne ka mu na afi omo tu ekoye video no e wo honom mo ma o ma me da wasio agbawo harassment.
So
Harassment. At least I know that Ubeko University now we're 18 going meboa.
yeah.
Munja is a comment by any George say she should use Bolt next time. Zach say enemies of progress. These guys want to deny the old man an extra 1 year. Old man, live long. Spio say someone shouted Happy Mother's Day at her. Can say when the mangoes drop and she's no longer hot for the oldies, then she starts blaming Ghanaian men. We and a commenter any story no and
So I mean, on the first trend I hear about tigers, no. Ghana Police Service issue statement and
Okay.
na statement they say okay, press release. 2 tigers found in a residential facility. 1. The Accra Regional Police Command on Thursday, May 19, 2022 received a complaint that some tigers were being kept in a residential neighborhood in Accra. 2. Preliminary investigations have established that a resident in a gated community at Osu is keeping 2 tigers under lock in a cage in his house. 3. Police have reached out to the Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission and efforts are underway to relocate the animals to an appropriate facility. 4. A special police team has been deployed to provide adequate security in the affected neighborhood to ensure the safety of residents until the animals are relocated. 5. We wish to thank members of the public for bringing this matter to our attention. 6. Whilst investigations continue, we would like to entreat all residents within the community to remain calm as we work with our stakeholders to ensure their safety. Signed, Chief Inspector Bright Kwabna Danso, Regional Public Affairs Unit. We any press release Ghana Police Service at the bar.
Before we go into the substantive matter, me video be a kasa me some bese me bo. Ansana ya she jumedi no ase. Me say mombo me video no me why.
Sami musu o no de tiro. I'm sure what that. Also. Okay. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Patrol Wildlife from office me. Oh, okay. Patrol, you cobra be a boy where you fear as is here, but you're who in a drink to come in from some woman from fear.
I am a Patrol
I'm Patrol Cobra or Patrol Wuye, what boy refia friend.
Oh, baby, I want to be a guy who been a man for my soon and go to the Yabona Kuna and
Ah, that's a wildlife for Munkwamwa.
But the animal wildlife, one makes it a year and I am better who after our someone and I am watching. Well, I'm going to walk and people, but the other one on the other funny one I'm a giant. Why?
I tell you.
Omaro we dey. E bo pori apa wa dey pese wo ba.
So ba be fa ne dia kwaye leda. Omo ko ni ria.
Yeah.
You see, some video we are
Yeah.
it could have been staged, okay. But the inefficiency of Ghana Wildlife Society in to make one of say tigers issue we buy, residents placed calls to Ghana Wildlife Society severally. They never showed up, they never responded to the concerns of the residents. Into omo te ho ye den. Omo juma ni saying. You see, Sammy, and even today, even putting a phone call through to them for them to even speak to this matter. Also, they can't speak to this matter. They can't speak to this matter. But these are issues that concern wildlife. These are issues that are per the laws of the state. Mamu powers and a demo give birth to mono. This is a so if an OPA issues are based in a fair wildlife society now, what's want to make us? What do you mean? Sammy?
Say be how many facts.
Oh no, Sammy, you see, Sammy,
speaking to the issue.
This matter. No, they know. The reason why they don't want to speak is that they slept on the matter.
They know because calls were placed to them.
Sammy, they slept on this job. Sammy, it didn't have to take the Ghana Police Service to take action on this matter.
But what action is Ghana Police Service going to take when the gentleman has indicated?
That's
No, hold on.
Yeah, for public safety.
No. The gentleman has stated that he has gotten the required license to own those pets.
Sammy, it doesn't matter. Why
Not
he's keeping
pets.
them? It's not pets.
Even what he said, he
And
didn't
your
acquire
pets.
them as pets.
Well, whatever it is, to acquire and to keep those tigers.
Not in
Not
his
in his house.
So where would he keep them?
Sammy?
Do you know when he filed for the application to bring them into the country, they would have asked him, where are you going to keep them? He would have stated, I'm going to keep them here.
No, Sammy.
That is what I'm saying,
That's why I want to
sir.
investigate all this.
That is what I'm saying, sir.
No,
The
Sammy.
Government Authority,
Yes.
should have followed up to see, say, Adia or Kacha Musa or de Mwane Bay, and that's where he's going to take them.
Would it be a nuisance to the residents?
I doubt. I would doubt to say Omokacha or Kacha Musa or the Omubeko Nifi.
I'm telling you.
I also
Sammy,
doubt to
Sammy,
say.
I'm
I
saying
also
that.
doubt say he would state in there so Odomo Koma a Ghana Zoo.
Sammy, as part of
I also doubt
investigations,
say.
Sammy,
No, Raymond.
Because as Sammy, even his own explanation,
he said he bought it for
it
100,000.
is like as it. No, that's not what he said.
That's
As
not
it
what
is now.
He said he spent 100,000 on this.
Yes.
this
He has
Odio
spent
Mobra.
100,000 on the process.
Yes.
Sammy, what I'm saying is that as at now, the owner of Moano Krano appears confused to me.
How?
Number one, we'll say you brought them for your safari. After they will say you want to create a zoo with Ghana and go and put them there. Into what? Why did you really bring them here?
But he said that he's going to create a safari where they can go and people can go and watch.
Safari
Because
and
he says that
the same.
The same.
Safari
but
and
wait,
the same.
baby, I want
the same concept.
Sammy,
Okay,
The
maybe I
same
want
concept.
So where he is
the
it safari?
or the zoo?
Was it at the moment they are familiarizing the pets and training them
In his house.
In his
Yes.
house.
and training them.
Is that where
That's what he
is
said.
that where that is supposed to be done?
Well, that's what he said.
No, Sammy, you see, what is wrong is wrong.
So are you telling me
The
that
man-
are you guys saying the gentleman who owns all those properties you see cannot own a safari or a zoo, a private one?
In
But he
a
doesn't
residential
now.
area.
Yes, he doesn't now. So
Sammy-
as it stands now, they may be training this animal
Sammy,
or
in
these
a
animals
residential
in patrol.
facility.
Why don't we see people in Dubai owning such pets?
I see, I heard
Sammy, are we in Dubai?
No, my
Are
partner
we in
said.
Dubai?
Don't we see people owning some in other
Are
countries?
we in
Are we in
Dubai?
other countries?
We are not in Dubai.
We're in Ghana.
But I'm saying that the gentleman says that he has the requisite license
Sammy, I didn't hear
to
that.
own.
No, I didn't
For,
mean
also, we'll go through all the
For me.
process.
I didn't
For
hear
me.
that.
He listen
For
to the
me.
video. He says that he's going
For
through the
me,
process.
I
to acquire
don't
them.
believe I don't believe he smuggled the
No,
tigers
he
here.
went through
No.
procedure.
However, he has
Where-
reached at a point what he said he wants to use it
How
for
do you
from
know?
his own
How
mouth.
do you know he has breached?
From his own mouth.
Sammy,
That
Sammy, look, Sammy, let
that-
me tell you something. Sammy,
when I am sure on the forms of either wildlife, for instance, forestry commission, a form of affiliate besides them, one of the other.
Or say, after winning the bid for the animals, I went through the process of documentation before the animals were flown into the country.
Good.
The reason why I have been keeping them with me, meaning that he is not supposed to be keeping them with him.
Yes.
You
He knows.
go ahead. Go ahead.
The reason why I have been keeping them with me
Yes.
is because we have to feed them.
And then
We have to feed them 6 times a day, and then 4 times a day, and so on. And we have to train them, get someone to take care of them. Blah blah blah. Get the veterinary. What they go see here.
yes, they are at the very
And, you know,
fragile state.
Why
Now
must
they
it be
require
in the
that
residential home
treatment.
with other neighbors
Absolutely.
Yes.
around?
Why he's keeping them is
What will
wrong.
structure
Oh, to
now?
me, go.
Give me the video.
My brother.
Give me the video.
Okay,
My brother.
don't go video.
Give me the video.
Don't go
Baby
video.
Krona or Kwakwaya ni safari and ni zoo no. Baby Krona, unless they are telling us say this will take years.
Meba, mama me video.
But
no.
if our
Mama me
wire
video no.
plan ne dada, and on him so I had
But
to make a zoo.
Sammy tell me
I'm always
video.
Mama me
creating
video.
the same safety cage now or no within that enclave now no.
Shut up.
And
Yeah, look at the top of where the animals are. Her top no. Her top no.
Meaning what?
Share.
Is it
The
a
top.
residential
Meba, all the
area?
meba. Look at the top.
But show me,
Ebeba,
tell me
it is
zoo
coming.
be and safari be or residential
Share
area.
top no.
Show
Meba,
me.
Meba, all the meba.
Sami.
Account
Abrante
am
na
reading
Sami.
Account am
Abrante
reading
na o
here.
hye cage ni mu na oni omo ye de omo ye no. Ofa hin na ko ohuri ya na so obi e do na.
Obi e don no the
It's not, there is never a possibility in this world said door no betumi aya aja at any point for whatever reason.
It is not impossible.
Now, Sammy, when you say residents are complaining, say tiger cause scratch your more.
Tiger go scratch.
Yes.
Resident the Korea cage we mo na.
Oh, Sammy.
Cage na nya door na da no obi bie echo inside.
No,
That's
stop
the
it.
top. Look at the top.
It there be
Uh-huh.
o me
I think
say.
yeah, Barry for the
Abrante.
top ni.
Sammy.
Oh yeah, then
Sammy,
no go real.
the story.
No.
The story. Attacks.
Okay.
There are reports that one of the tigers once confronted a resident male who had to run for his life. Another resident is alleged to have sustained some injuries as a result of an encounter she had with one of the tigers, which left bruises on her left feet. What are you telling me, sir?
What's he saying? When did this happen?
Me say, now who be me? Me say, repair the story now. Reports now about
A resident says that what?
one of the tigers. Okay, there are reports that one of the tigers once confronted a resident male who had to run for his life. 2, another resident is alleged to have sustained some injuries as a result of an encounter she had with one of the tigers, which left bruises on her left feet. My brother,
See tiger and the scratcher.
this is a tiger. This is a tiger that's under
Tiger
control.
no na scratching no. Na tiger no. It's even possible say be na tiger no kro ni ni di agro because of how Abrante ni omu di agro no.
There you.
But still,
On to me, could dear go with tiger. Now I'm very
It's
report
the
to
Korea
tiger
cage
now.
we
now
na
go rem.
Only a body
talking
share.
about.
It's only a body
And then
share.
draw na that cage na no.
Sammy,
It's
And then
tiger.
the pan be echo inside.
Sammy, let me address this matter.
Anything can happen.
Yes,
Sammy,
as for that
Should we
one,
wait
I
for
admit.
that thing
Sammy,
to
let me
happen?
deal with this matter. You see,
You see, the point I'm trying to make that you people are not getting is that somebody has not done his job well.
100% agree
Somebody
with you.
has not done his job
This
well.
is what we are all saying.
For the gentleman to have acquired whatever permits to allow for him to keep the animals in the room.
That's what we are all
what we are
saying.
saying.
That's what we are saying. So if somebody did not do his work well, or somebody,
it is not about the guy.
somebody allowed for the guy who might have stated on the sheet application or true and this oh, me the money call location A. Now uncle and the location A, now and the location B no.
Do you know why the person didn't do his work?
That is what we are saying.
By
the way,
Sammy, Papa no.
Sammy.
Okocha say men can't say. The key difference between a safari and a zoo is that the safari allows you to observe animals in their natural habitat, whereas the zoo only offers you a view of animals
in a cage,
housed within enclosures.
Thank you.
Into which then Oye zoo and Oye safari.
Oye Zuza.
Catch yourself. Catch yourself. What is you for anybody?
Sazu.
Catch your coach. I say we tie show now. On tie. My name is this
message is not show. So yes, Sazu.
We are playing production.
But I mean, let's take the issues in perspective.
Somebody has not done his work well.
That is what we are saying.
Has to be fished out.
Do you know why?
And we all know what this is, but we just can't say it.
Do you know why the person didn't do his work well?
Yes, we all can say it because we have no proof. But we all can say it. But we know what would have happened. But we just can't say it. And
of course.
Don't you know what would have happened?
Of course.
Yes, you know what would have happened.
But you see, I mean, per the statement Ghana Police Service they buy, you know. You see, I don't want Ghana Police Service to close this docket or to close this file early after transporting the animals. What Ghana Police Service should tell us is that per investigations you know. So we say whilst investigations continue, no, omu catch a residents and they say you remaining calm. After investigating whatever, no, the Ghana Police Service should tell us, give us the facts, how these animals came into the country, whether requisite permits were acquired to have these tigers into the country, post entry into the country, no, where they were supposed to have been kept. If the chief game, chief game officer, yes, if the chief game and wildlife officer, Emma permission say indeed, for about we could go fear. I mean, we want to know all that so that we will understand. Say, oh, indeed, the young man did not breach any law because of maybe an stature and a position in our society, and he followed due process and signed at the CAC. So that nothing is his fault. He did not breach it. We want to know. The police must make sure they establish that fact for us. And we'll be pursuing the police to give us information on how this matter is resolved. It shouldn't just end that and we pick the dogs, the tigers and send them to the zoo.
Let me say what you people cannot say.
No, what can't we say? No, wait. If you want to say what you say it, don't say we cannot say it. Say what you want to say.
No, I want to say what you people cannot say.
You want to say.
So here ni edi kusie cry free. Cry say ba. You bet you not the kusie ni say. Woman in
danger. It's against the law. It's against the law.
Yes, you bet you no.
So
then so sikani. Edi the same kusie ba. What the kusie ba be doing crime. Abe bebuo edi amana me kusie na tenem. Am na nye no. As simple as that. That's my mechanic.
Yeah, that's.
Me say so here ni edi kusie free kwa say ba. You bet you no kwa so agi kusie no. Say a endangered species. It poses a threat to all momatica animal. No. Nanso so osikani edi the same kusie ba. Wodu ni ejina na otene Land Cruiser ni ejina no a. No really down na kusie ni peja kusie ni kire onipa na. Oh, honorable. And one kusie ni twem e na be fie. Case close.
Say insane na nyepe.
And one no.
But I mean, these tigers, we must investigate them.
And one.
But wildlife society, we say wildlife, no. So I mean, someone.
Yeah, one more end this show now. You be cool break. No more family video in Chem Kaka, Mami and Sanya for sports now. Mr. Moa, more family video in Chem and Sanya for sports. Mr. Moa,
Debbie, my opinion. My opinion, sir, almost fan cross.
Mr. Moa, we by Vito. By Vito. Mofa adne and crossing na Raymond and fast sports na Republic Press and the story. But
or say Achimota Forest deal wobbles as OC Chiefs discredit Owu family. We a developing story. Me sure say by Sunday no, ebe hu baby ansem ni nyina ho.
All right. Yo, me say mo fan video no ntwe mama.
Sami musu o no de chiro. I'm sure what that. Also. Okay. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Patrol Wildlife from Morphis here. Oh, okay. Patrol, you cobra be a boy where you fear has to see about your wound in Adrian to come in from some woman from fear.
I am a Patrol Abua.
I'm Patrol Cobra or Patrol Wuye, what boy refia friend.
Oh, baby, I want to be a guy who bring a man for my soon and go to the Abona Kulang and the bar.
Ah, that's a wildlife for Munko Moa.
But the animal wildlife, one makes it a year and I am better. After someone and I am watching. Well, I'm okay, and you could but the Abona and I am a funny one. I'm a giant. Why?
I tell you.
Better na bwana ka no obusu ya so de na say wala. Sports net oh.
$10,000 side there.
$10,000. I'm sure meet me about $10,000 man there solve problems weekend. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Sami assembly aba, you say social media is killing real journalism. True or false?
True.
Your baba ka obema me in chichiro.
But you.
10K journalism.
Thank you, journalist.
Happy 98.9 FM and I was so good so with you share so their ETV Ghana and I share one page you made no the Happy Morning Show and me also send me the sports updates kaka abebremo e watch you made no so I mean I say 1xBet anytime it with the sports update here bro 1xBet say over the weekend no final games were some top flight leagues across Europe no omo imagine say sikapudo de ombema obi a obetumi abetwa bet ewo omo akachi na omo say omo odds fefefe omo odds akakraka na omo options so a so any sa options no otumi ejire ho ebe twa bet omo platform so there omo make sure say sa options no etumi dane sika ema 1xBet say on the website so 1xbet.com.gh 1xbet.com.gh register na be a new account register now be a new account obema opportunity to enter a promo code as enter a bet GH and a BET GH to enter our promo code nepe obema 200% bonus on your first deposit. Ano the message 1xBet me from bro 1xBet say undi 18 am for we need enter on my website to go chabet betting addictive and to bet responsibly. Ano the message 1xBet say me from bro e be shen sem na see na be share from the camp of Kumasi Asante Kotoko na Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the statement by to register their dissatisfaction with the postponement of game. Now I can say Omane Ashanti Gold the ball Brazil Linkley Sports Stadium. See, and Omuka say this morning we have officially written to the Ghana Football Association to register at displeasure and the way and manner the match between Ashanti Gold and Kumasi Asante Kotoko was postponed. As a club, we take serious exception to the postponement of matches at this crucial stage of our league since issues of sporting integrity may be compromised. We consequently requested the Ghana Football Association to, as a matter of fact, postpone all league matches until the outstanding match between Ashanti Gold and Asante Kotoko is ended. The club has also demanded that the Ghana Football Association reimburse it for costs incurred as the team travelled and spent a night in Obuasi on Wednesday in preparation for the match on Thursday. The statement Kumasi Asante Kotoko Omoso Omodiaba. Following Bana, Ghana Football Association disciplinary committee adhered to Ashanti Gold because of our involvement in what they call match manipulation or game entirely as a boy for the first time and officially Ashanti Gold at the statement to Tuja na Asema Omoso Omodiaba say are disappointed with the decision at Ghana Football Association disciplinary committee at the Bayer on 16th May 2022. Almost the decision in relation to misconduct charges leveled against the club and its officials, players in respect of its 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League match, the 34 fixture against Inter Allies. No, wish to state said the decision is against the weight of the evidence and whatever transpired during the hearing. Ashanti Gold has reviewed the decision and, being dissatisfied with it, has filed a notice of appeal against the decision of the Ghana Football Association to the Ghana Football Association Appeals Committee. Ashanti Gold has also requested for the recorded proceedings, requested for the record of proceedings, record of appeal of the disciplinary committee hearing, and will, upon receipt of same, file additional grounds of appeal. The club will exhaust all legal avenues available to secure justice. We ane asema Ashanti Gold almost omudia tuja efa nsema ekoso efa omu demotion to Division 2 no. Yanto ansem no so na yenremo ewo Ghana Premier League match day 30, despite the fact that Kumasi Asante Kotoko say Ghana Football Association omunjai matches ne bono Ghana Football say adia omebo match day 30 fixtures this weekend. Akinsi no be share on Saturday ewo Accra Sports Stadium no Accra Great Olympics. Any Mediama SC Ebeshia na Omusia kan Karela United any Boboko friend Kimfaisa Ebeshia ewo Crosby Ewa Memorial Park ewo enyina say Elmina Sharks and Ashanti Gold Beshia ewo Indum Sports Stadium. Accra Lions and Adriana Stars Beshia ewo Accra Sports Stadium. Kumasi Asante Kotoko would host Brekum Chelsea at the Bavaria Sports Stadium. Bechem United and Legon Cities Beshia ewo Nana Fosuji Abo Park ewo Bechem. Na 11 Wonders any account of man match on Monday and as I can see no because or Hine Amaya Park Dreams FC and Wafa Beshia or Theatre of Dreams Park or they on Sunday. Na BPN Gold Stars and Real Tamale United so no on Beshia or Dance Park or BPN way and the matches I share himself because or Ghana Premier League no this weekend. Yen twaso ne ko remo or Black Maidens Camp. Na I could do Black Maidens Camp there. And our Accra Sports Stadium no omojina kono against the under-17 team of Morocco. No a final round of qualifiers so omotumi win sene be ya metumi akopiemo ewo India 2022 World Cup. Na Oshese na Jumedian Ekone there all the editions of the World Cup are ekoso at the under-17 level no. Yeah, their Black Maidens no have represented Ghana na final matches I say omotumi bono ya match ebekoso bako bekoso ene na return leg no akopiemo e Morocco Casablanca on 4th of June until we end sema efri ho eba. Coach of the site, Ayafreno, Coach Baba Nuhu, also a confident say Ghana betumi qualify to this particular competition. Now, I'll say Morocco will not be pushovers, but they are expecting say they should be able to see out this two fixtures. Said to me and Chelsea betumi qualify for World Cup. No way, and sema if we Black Maidens camp so eba. Yanto also na kopiemo ewo FIFA and sensemo na kopiemo ewo FIFA catch there. FIFA World Cup no ebekoso November and I share him say betumi ashasia na enra and FIFA edituja say some 36 referees and 69 assistant referees and 24 video match officials and ebeka kopiemo was our competition where I say na unfortunately no Ghanaian referee was selected by FIFA panel omopeke referees for the competition. For the first time in the history of the World Cup, there are 3 female referees have been picked. Say omo and the officiating games about competition. France, Abayoa, a friend of Stephanie Frappart, ono as one of the female referees obeka kopiemo competition. Yakopiemo Rwanda so Rwandan referee a friend of Salima Mukansanga also obejinemu dendende as one of the referees omoye history ewo tournament ekoso ewo Qatar no na ekopiemo ewo Japan so Yoshimi Yamashita also one of the referees FIFA afa say omo bejinemu dendende na akensi ebesha say on the 21st of November no ometumi aye center women ewo akensi ebetumi akoso ewo Holloway NSM kakra every ho eba nyeremo ewo English Premier League mo enra matches ekoso ewo English Premier League no Everton any Bobo and Crystal Palace share. Crystal Palace took a 2-goal lead in the first half of the game, but a fight back from Everton ensured they won that game by 3-2. Mateta as first goal Emma Crystal Palace and Sana Jordan Ayew as the third goal of the season Emma Crystal Palace and Sana Michael Keane, Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin as 3 goals to ensure comeback was completed to ensure Everton would stay in the Premier League for another season. And the relegation struggles near Everton or Muchimi Efrim. other relegation battle to me a course no na Aston Villa and Burnley ahyia 1-1 and I can see ne ewie ama sisi no Burnley omoda 17th on the English Premier League table a omo hwe nim say ombetumi a beat relegation fight no omo ne boboko I find Leeds United omo nyina omo 35 points in the final day of the season no e be say either Burnley or Leeds team ben and obetumi akọ join the championship next season na ya twaso also there Chelsea obetumi a secure third spot in the English Premier League after say obetumi a draw 1-1 with Leicester City sa and as I can see no so etumi e ba wi a se no Chelsea almost secure top 4 spot on besi akan UEFA Champions League nom after most likely say on finish third in the English Premier League we and sem kakra everywhere eba yanto aso membramo updates the Kubeko so this weekend English Premier League nom this weekend there decider Emma English Premier League title no Manchester City 90 points Liverpool 89 points Liverpool will play Wolverhampton Wanderers at Anfield Manchester City will play Aston Villa at Emirates at the Etihad we any akensi abetumi akoso a ebehwe anim ahwe say team ben ana abetumi agikru ano Manchester City need just a win at Etihad to ensure say ombetumi win omo title omotumi win last season no yeko PMO Italian Serie A nom dia AC Milan and Inter Milan ombeko head to head this weekend in Manchester aka AC Milan 83 points in the Scudetto title race and Inter Milan 81 points. Now, Sicilian Sassuolo and AC Milan and a final match of the season. Now, Inter Milan and Sampdoria almost a final match of the season. AC Milan need just a draw to ensure say Ombetumi win the Scudetto for the first time since 2011. This weekend, Ekopiemo Godswill Akpabio International Stadium Uyua. Aho and CAF Confederations Cup finals no ebetumi akoso na two teams bako every South Africa and bako for Algeria and Beshia na ombosia kan CAF Confederation Cup final no Orlando Pirates Ghana ni abranti friend Richard Ofori goalkeeper hono omone boboko friend RS Bekane ombosia na ombosia kan finals of this year's CAF Confederation Cup ikupiemo NBA modia na ahomachi we FTX Arena no na Miami fans no na they were shocked after say Boston Celtics said to me to kwan ebepiemo Miami Miami Heat 127-102 sa and I can see no to me eba we ya see no series no best of 7 series tied at 1-1 game 3 there to me akọ back to Boston ebehwe nim ahwese na nyema to me akoso ho na mama come say this weekend no round 6 of Formula 1 action no to me akoso Circuit de Catalunya na Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya ho na yebehu drivers from Ferrari and Red Bull and Mercedes omuni na ombeko head to head of championship table no so there Charles Leclerc of Ferrari 104 points Max Verstappen of Red Bull 85 points 19 points and a that between the two drivers once again yakwa piemo Spain Spanish Grand Prix no because hodia ya share nim say competition no be keen se na be competition there yebehu two competitive drivers ombetumi dominated this season race no we and nsema etwagu world of sports ma for more sports tune into Happy Sports at 9 a.m. or Henebampo Brenya and the rest of the team omotenasia to bring you more sports any details in yana and Roland Garros omoya draw no Alan Green the researcher obebremo up to speed with what to expect at the French Open this year. Yabadani Onkakra, Yababaka, the Happy Morning Show continues.
Welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. We've done 23 minutes into 7. I'm hoping that your morning weather has been a good one and an exciting one. Today is Friday, and the Friday edition of the Happy Morning Show usually is very light. And so, we talk about ourselves and the way forward and how the weekend is going to be. Plans are already far advanced as to how we're going to enjoy the weekend. But I'm hoping to, and I will feeling that one. Discussions, a key edema, and then we see a phone lines in a tomorrow. Or man for every dynamic console. But whatever be the case, phone lines in there, won't be really dynamic console. Me, I think some conform be really dynamic console. But whatever be the case, movie I miss movie. Na movie, but quickly, FRCBG business tips now, and bread or man for pay ultimately. We've been talking about the 5 things that customers look out for when they are choosing a bank and the expectations they need from their various banks. As customers want great value from their financial products and services, customers will go anywhere they can find good values. To compete, banks must go beyond personalization for existing customers, and build a great high-value financial offerings that attracts today's savvy banking customers. We aye kakra ye de omanfo sam radio ye ntoaso na ye mfa aye Ghana kasa embre omanfo. Franco barrier. I don't know why they overhead. No. You need.
Oh, when's your number from cry?
Huh? I think it's to the right, you know. Right, far right on the 19 do bar be PMO. Honey.
Yeah, when you.
On out.
Yes. Where cry back from?
So now catch this area flooded for you to go back before
Oh,
flooding.
no. Maybe I'm meeting. Uber. First run
until you win and how
and how because I mean the fact that it doesn't have to rain for even 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And there is some gutter there. It's a really big gutter. It's not even a gutter. You say a bridge in a it's broken. So I think it brings all the issue from Amasa my one in baby bus terminal bus Ayalolo bus terminal
Okay.
Asiano bibi or honum ebu, and I think that is where all the rainwater no eba. And Sami unkola schools bear 4 or 5 ewo honum. So be up on school with trims
yeah.
Untotofiwa ho. Anka mami abirwa been called Tom. Because there is filling station. I have a filling station when I meet side, you know. And to the over cross it to the other side, you know. I'm gonna get way bit the honum. Now you see na cover soon into where one. Either way a car and I said into a man diverted kwana be filling station ho. Into afe no we all come and meet. What must say? Wow, wow, ban you meet at the same place because here 9% cover filling station. You can't go around the roundabout again.
Sammy.
What must say?
That particular
this time,
place.
No,
that particular place, no. The filling station is in the waterway.
Oh really?
The filling station is in the waterway. That is the problem there. Problem with
the Omoya construction,
filling station
they didn't envisage this was going to be happening.
And so
in the waterway.
If you watch the construction of the filling station now, Omoya it's some they've elevated it a bit. Because Omunim say insurance bus or former Sammy, if that problem has to be solved, first of all, filling station, no, I say Omutumi a bubu part of the filling station. Now we be a requirement insurance on far. Because insurance now be tie one side because etuminko. And it has and the gutters and
is it on a waterway?
The drains,
filling station or waterway and
Sammy, oh sir, yeah. Upa for engineer Mahama. I'm sure he's seen.
I'm sure he because
I'm sure he's seen it a couple of times. But pay attention to stretch now. And it goes all the way. It goes, you see, the road, as someone said on your drains, it goes all the way towards Spot M. And now maybe another overhead one. The road is the road is always flooded. Kosu moose, maybe a motor Adriano one in your man. That road, 300 in Albano. If you create a coin from the filling station, straight past through the school, so I could do big gutter and a big drain there, a drain also overflows. It's Sammy, so stretch and Ankasano, a serious engineering problem. That's why I kept asking, say, the original minister. When he was chasing Agbubulushi, onion sellers, did he take his time to tour this country since Yotoa? I'm sure if he does that, you understand what is happening. This is not the only place. There are problems there.
Since Yotoa 1 hour, a whole
yes, on the
top.
Yes, on the flyover.
A whole flood, yeah, could sit tantra run about.
That's true.
But how does the top flood?
Sammy.
And you both say cars. It's a cars, Nijina. As I mean, recently people had to get people to push their cars out of the water. Recently, they were heading towards Pokuasi, using the middle, some middle stretch. Yeah. So I mean, it's bad, and a cocktail of engineering problems. We are sitting down and just watching. If the works and housing minister, if he's interested in this matter, he should wait for another downpour and go and tour that Kumasi in Sawam.
Should he wait for another downpour before he?
No, that's when he can see. That's when he can see what's happening.
You don't need to wait to see what is there. It is obvious when you go there. An experienced engineer, will see straight away, looking at the place that look, this and this and this is where the problem is. They would know straight away.
See, wood sellers no more musu. In so to a farm wood no be good kwan no so. To me run shops mo. Na fa wood no abe good kwan no so. So you see the bamboo wow. Floating on top of the water. It's a serious problem.
You say there are 5 schools around that place?
Yes. More than 5. Government schools cramming who 2.
And private schools.
Private schools, so I've seen another 2 and then another
always flooded. Always flooded. So I mean,
well,
these are the problems we should be solving.
Around 12, I think, area. Yeah.
Well, Fatih, I think Monday, God willing.
So we will put pressure. The engineers have to go to site.
Yes, engineers have to go to the site, and so we will try and then bring back this footage and maybe next week. We'll repeat until something is done about the area, so that we wouldn't wait for a day. They are better say ensure afakwada ensure ako create problem or honoma a day and some eba. They see what circle here and send a filling station me yo anti Ghana kasa any day e bro man for no some e kon dey won so meeting affair I was 0244 885140 0244 885140 and that's 0555 657278 0555 657278 any of these numbers we are not friend. I'll be happy to speak to you this morning. But anyway, Mr. David Apasera Eddie Nkomo, he says that he is still a member of the PNC and he is the 2020 flag bearer of the PNC. And so whatever decisions we've seen or communiques we've seen, we should disregard them. The person spearheading all this, I am Madam Janet Nabla. And I pay Yenino Ebedi and Komo. And I think we would want to find out who Janet is and how much force she has within the PNC and Ebedi and Komo. And so Janet Nabla will be my guest this morning. So hello, good morning. Good morning. Nyamiade me on kwamba chona so
Mamentia ashafone for Moshe UTV.
You.
And what my phone
you. You.
Same on my way no. I could be any engineering work or same.
Meding.
I didn't work.
Okay.
Yen I didn't say. Obia and Fa Obia home. You say yet now. If you are him for almost as a inserting your modia, assemblyment or more Patamu, Unity Committee or more. Or more motive ban war. Almost now, Shanghai, and my filling station is you on more. And in the America, on not a come away engineering one. Here, I am engineering Yajinimia. On my way, because with Anya, you try, as I mean, Mrs. Mecca, Mrs. Mecca, Yakupo, Yapayam, Yakupo, no for sure, for every sure, no bedi on my so. Who will tell you my Betiaco? Yanya Yajin say, you be your boy, my way. You know, Pacific Kumia, come on, Musi filling station as I may incline Miss Person, that I'm going to be Kumasi, a concrete, I know to me 1 week. And so that I'm not holding in a fro, maybe a star or Musi filling station. As it's a man, and say, O Musi filling station, then paying for more brown, let them know what you wash it, let them know more yet, or margin of home, or only 1 minute, nothing, a proper plan, and Masania Manicot. In Yamada, some of the candidate. Munko yangu kwa mmoja mmoja na munko shwa mmoja gana udeuru na fonti wa mwate the yin na time mfuna eti wono ene bola fo ommo muchora humati ede bola de ko ma jonki fo to munko kunu omunya sha nyema no ene be mo ma yetime ko yakwa pie ni yam fa omre nya adwuma yam yami
you
keze bi kumati
but was Minia Sanopeyo or Feminaba Jumedian. So 0244885140 and 0555657278 or Femia Minu within command pay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sammy.
Yes, sir, Chief.
Sammy, I'm a penny. I'm a penny.
You may assume you encounter.
Sammy, where you are, I'm working on make a face.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about so. Basuma, Moye. The movie, the mechanic, do a banner be at Crana, yes, and family home. Because in the MPP, may I get any and some very MPP. Is the MPP at nothing, yeah, I was said, because me that's in the mouth with the ever. I'm going to be here, you bet. Sammy, yeah, Papa, that's all, Mamma, and that a year, our memory. More now, politicians, you know. Okay, now we 6 filling stations out my 7. I'm a total whole year. I'm a stop say I'm a month to station is being.
Yeah.
I'm a by a change that station and a year to my empty that station that's in next month. If you see your man, nothing I see for honorable person for honorable for a new Rafa. And then I feel you know the trouble on the Brazo. Danny. I thought for a year, I can want to my a shot for you to feel like the mama, but that's all. The mama, Maraso, and I go by the moon and I want to answer, not tired. I think preference of no the two of them. I didn't get it in part, 2 hours. I have enough for the piano. I need the animal. Inside that what, that's interesting for us. As you know, I'm the man, both and people for the upper top. So, for say yes, then you know, you better not can China. You got me a Kennedy, but then the Canada, the
all right, Minia, Meadows and a pace of now about Jumedino, Esu, and Uzbetian Fremo 0555 657 278 0555 657 278. Now, you know, Eddie and Como El Jumedino, Esu, and a pay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Razami.
Good morning.
Hello, Razami.
Pachometonka.
Yo, Bacho, Chana, Power, Ajali Mani, Kasafri Madina.
Bacho.
Yo, Razami.
Yes, please.
Ghana, I am a bull. Ghana.
Too bad, I'm saying Yahumano. Eddie Hamokaka, but no problem. Others have been able to get through into so for 0244885140. Many within command pay OG Median. Say hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Simon. I'm going to say.
You may have done as well.
You know what? The patching idea. Na Yamia Ibi.
But you.
And then you come say, I'm free. 2 for him, Krum, 2 for Craftsman Chairman.
You.
I don't pay a Masoli, I'm by a Modigana Hong Comedian. I say, since you're there, no 2 night. I'm say. Every blessed year, beer in your unifa and crime. Now, I, Mr. Sammy.
Yes, sir.
And Crano, I won't quite was here, Ghana in Crono. I was saying, crying choco. No concern and council said, yes, son, as a puna winning to know. Omusha ni asasi bia sao. Enti enconsider bɛn na afibia na ensuo yiri fa nipa na ensuo yiri fa nipa na nipa ni tutugu ne sana ajapade asɛ wa bra efri kentampo kotamale no blango kon ya wa asasi da pa ebetumi allocate ɛyɛ national capital no na sɛ hɔ no kra bɛ administrative ayi no a oni bia ni hɔ na da bia de bia ba bi baako bɛ dem po no ma na tinya develop so na da bia so obi kra te Ghana ha obetumi aza obi agene sika di simply because obetumi de enkran ahyɛnkom wodi forward de wabene enso nipa niema bo nyesa ni be no wabene because predictable always no predict ya obetumi ebebem obesucceed oti ase da bia any match cranes on to nsi odi eyira na akra etimi dia me susu am de man penifo no se Abuja no ne ibuaka Cote d'Ivoire no ne ade nyina o ma ye bi ama woma movie wo mu capital no e dey akọ different ama ene ma ye kama da bia na nipa awu ne ya mpanifo akọgiregyina ama nyofo yi ne akọgiregyina ye beto adaka ye be say enkosi da ba ne ye dey emphasize kanto adaka ye fa ye sika ne siesie oman na oman ne nko na ni meda so le bring das
meda say anapesa also firm na me di enkomo 0244885140 unzo betimi afirm na me no edi enkomo eljumedin. So hello, good morning.
Morning, Samimo. Is there an offer?
Yeah, nyame adom bacho de ni ba bia afrefre.
I don't feel a crying.
Yo, Yanko.
Ya woka ni na ifio. Eh, no about the Lubipana Hagana. Because lack of leadership. Na enkan kura. Na embrace ye. Wosa no to kasa si baba chu obi kasa yan pachu because ye hu anas ni video so the ba la ti bebre e ko si ni pa ba ko the stability already on count. E ti ma and then you were people, and you were the son of home. Some days, no power, and the can't gather. Why don't you come up to Jimbel? I've been crying to you. Many that the leaders in here need good business. As I said, I will say, and I said, it was a question. Park, but this I see at the top. Mama, man, if I park, I want to down for that. The song. I said, hospital. You move back to back to over 2 years. Hospital. How many years? It is one year now. People and who got up. You're 2% of who's come down. I'm saying, since how many years? It's only that. Because those years, you say, we're going to I'm saying, you man. That's about I'm not here, you man. Who got company to defend it? Obrochi ngabi ose fraud ose dan na process when I ma yet na ha ye hwe yet na ha America ani na oku no ya dan na no ya black but ya dan yet him ye hwe ye boka.
All right, madam so panyi say anapay wonso onimidi enkomo ye be si hanum say na yet for so anapay me guest o mencha me no ebedi enkomo. But even before we start the conversation CBG4C yambo Ghana for nyina yambo mo anase yenyima so trace possible so oye a member anase oye client customer of the banker obetwen your transactions nyina easily on your phone with the hashtag with the code *924# na where your transaction and to say your transfers na so you say your bank balance na so check here say sikabi and episode if your mobile money at the to account mu ni nyina no omo say enkan choma for say it's possible to do all these transactions easily with the code *924# our phone so and CVG will make that possible for you. Dofnom Fumigation Services for some cars eminia insurance to idea no EBPP be hardware cockroaches be hardware bed bugs be hardware mosquitoes be hardware you can get rid of them. Even snakes and scorpions you can get rid of them by spraying your house. Now one more enemy without leaving your house being poisonous. Dofnom Fumigation Services for any bit me about almost say about the cleaning services there one more any number one. And they say about the hotels, say about the apartments, say about the shipboards, farms, warehouses, restaurants. Money na no, mobetimi any omodins awo so mbebuamo na motimi keeping mo yachts very clean and hygienic. Obuhu mo El Malam Junction, AJ Center here, Kitech Towers. Accra hanum say and I'm from L 050-407-1884 and 03422-92812. Now no more Eddie and Kumowomo and the pest control inspector you can trust. Na digital marketing a year masterclass ne gusua ye bon the ro e de amawo say learn how to harness the power of social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok and the rest of them. Opportunity e won me say bachelor senior as a young businessman obetime use social media e de abo onoma no eho the ro na wo reach that targeter open in terms of your client database no almost for 0202222092 Academy for and a digital marketing masterclass no one more brain one more hour happy from Hanumia and Tuba Asalam Dana Bisobia so happy from but on member chiro na unso aba hanum say na odo ho abedomo na ye the digital marketing masterclass no ye the abre on man for I work purified drinking water for see and cows minia momodia say a dan be ko na we there na one nsuo 1 gallon there I was in one na obanu nsuo 1 gallon mo say Any obi an timi no musuo ni bebre emu won ma ebia 330 ml no omonom na kete and they will get that 1 gallon in their systems. We be use on my 500 ml no omonom 750 emu so omonom musuo pa 1.5 liters with me anom ni nyina ebi use on ma normal 19 liters jar, and that's for the companies and then the schools, the churches and the other places. And the more the answer I will prefer drinking water. Now also when ya emwa edi film no ayi insure edi amobi because insure beto bia no omutis can be edikobo the National Cardiothoracic Center ewon kan hanam say na yenuan ma ebi omakoda asipiti na bibi ba ko menu me nsenti no omo eho intimate omo no yede abo omo no so asom ho yade o from 0262351251 obenya omo na oni omo ni omo edi enkomo Medical catcher say anopai aye mame Janet Nabla e o menchen General Secretary Emma PNC party no menno edi enkomo. Auntie Janet, good morning.
Good morning.
Na I know me to say anopai. Uchini here, is your tree that good? A suspect.
Enya papa.
Enya papa.
We be manage ana.
Yes, we can manage. So we can blend it with the English language if the English is convenient for you.
All right.
But I hope you're doing well.
Yes, please.
So I'm meeting Janet for the first time.
Yeah,
Janet, my kind of you are very popular. Are you aware?
I hope for the good reasons.
Ah, what do you hear? What do you hear about yourself?
A strong woman. Some people will tell you that I'm troublesome. A lot of things.
They tell you are troublesome?
Yes, some.
Do you think they may have a reason to call you a troublesome person?
At all. People who don't want justice, people who don't want the right thing to be done, people who think that women are supposed to be followers and not to be leaders, people who think that women are second-class citizens. They are those who usually say that. But if those who believe that the Bible says that the same God created all of them, males and females, such people, they will not say those things about me. But
okay, let's start from the top and come down. I had a conversation with Mr. Apasera yesterday. You were listening to the conversation.
Everything.
At some point, I even got wind that you wanted to join the conversation, and I insisted that I'd rather have you in the studio than have you, join in on the conversation. Do you have ambitions to lead the party as a flag bearer?
Let me greet you this morning. Mamin Chiao, ena mutie phone na anape. I wanted to be given the chance to just educate Ghanaians about what has happened. I can use 2 minutes.
I'll come to that. Okay. That's why I said I'm coming from the top.
Do I have ambitions to be able to become the what?
No, do you want to be a flag bearer of the PNC?
Yes.
You want to be a flag bearer of the PNC? For how long have you harbored this dream?
I have a long time.
A long time?
Yes.
Have you ever made this dream, this desire, known to Mr. Apasera that you want to be a flag bearer of the party?
No.
You never met him at a place where a meeting had been called? You listened to the show yesterday. He made the case that someone had invited you guys to come for a meeting as to the amicable resolution of the problems within the party. And there you made it categorical that you want to be a flag bearer for the party.
You know, Mr. Apasera, permit me to say this, have no integrity whatsoever. And if you have stayed with him for some time, you will not give him this platform to sit down and spew out lies. Look, ask the people of Bolga Central why they chase him out. Ask the people of Bolga East why he was sacked. Because he burnt someone's house. He's always using lies. Always using. He believes. Yeah, look, he burnt someone's house and the person burnt his car. He's very, very arrogant and aggressive and a whole lot of things you don't understand.
Let me be very fair.
Look, be fair. That's not even why we are here.
Yes, but let me be fair. I spoke to Mr. Apasera yesterday.
Yes.
I don't know him from anywhere.
What he has said, it never happened anywhere. Listen, someone called us. We did appeal for funds and somebody called us and gave us 150,000. So whilst we were about to go out, I tell the person, we have done appeal for funds and got 1.7 million in our party accounts. When we come, Mr. Apasara will bring me here. Everything is okay. We get the money. One thing he believes is that he believes that when you get money and put it in the party account and go and withdraw it without anybody and spend, that's transparency. You don't know the type of person you are dealing with. Some weird toss. So I told the person, I said, you see this 150,000 we have gotten. It's for our regional party officers. I want it to be dedicated to that cause. Mr. Apasara has held the money. Immediately we get out of this place, he will tell me I'll put it in the party's account. That will be the last time I will know anything as a general secretary and the administrator CEO of our party, according to the constitution. That will be the last time. Do you know that you gave, we got 1.7 million? The person said, I said he spent it all. Up to now, electoral commission is following me.
We will come to that bit. We'll come to that bit.
So what he said, no, it did not come up. When I said that, and the person asked, what? He said, I heard from people that he said he want to be a flag bearer. That is why I'm also doing that to him, to her, in the midst of the person. And I said, so? You heard from who? If I want to be a flag bearer, so? Flag bearership of PNC, was it meant for you? Is the party your father's property?
Did you campaign for Mr. Apasara in the last election?
I tell you, I campaign. And do you know something? Do you know why Mr. Apasara is booted out of PNC? He's out. I'll tell you reason why he's not a member of the PNC, and there's nothing any media station, institution, anybody, the court can do about it, because the constitution was used to kick him out. He has never formed a NEC meeting before. Anybody he says he has removed has not been removed. He has never been a leader. He's a leader without portfolio. Let me just tell you. See, Mr. Apasara came over here and spoke about a lot of things. First, he said, I took some 30,000 from electoral commission.
We'll come to the financial bit. Let me just go the way I want to go with the conversation.
Okay.
So, I asked about you and your ambitions. You said that you have denied that.
He was the one who told the person that the reason why he does that is because he heard, I also want to contest next time as a flag bearer.
At that meeting, did you tell him in the face that indeed you want to be
and
a
I
flag
told
bearer?
him, if I want to be the flag bearer and so what? Was the flag bearership of PNC meant for you alone? I asked him. And he said, so you want to be a flag bearer? I said, of course. I want to be a flag bearer. You have performed abysmally. 0.07 is something that you should be ashamed of. That you're unsellable. When politics is about it's like a business. When you have a product that is not selling, you will think of how to package a new product to be able to sell to the people. PNC, we did not come into the limelight to become to be in opposition forever. We cannot stay in perpetual opposition. We need somebody who can sell the party. We've seen what you can do, and we realize that you cannot sell. You are somebody that the PNC cannot sell for anyone to buy. As a result of your posture, your vindictive manner. Do you know that he told the Volta, the whole regional chairman, that the man called and said, please, we need this. He said, don't expect anything from me. During the voting time, you didn't vote for me. When I was contesting to become the flag bearer, you guys never voted for me. I'm not giving you anything. The voter this thing, I can show you. It's on our it's on our WhatsApp platform. How do you, as a leader, do this? Look, you have no idea. And do you know that before all these problems started, I met Mr. Apasara at this place. What is the name? Afrikiko.
Okay.
I went to him. I told him, they have entrusted the powers of this party in our hands. With these things I'm hearing, that you are saying this, you are saying that about me, it will not help the two of us. I want to use this opportunity to apologize to you. I'm your sister. I'm your kid sister. Forgive me if I've done something to you. But whatever I've done, if you want, you can also tell me what I've done so that I can apologize and we can live in unity.
Okay.
He said, I've done nothing. And I said, no matter what, I apologize. Forgive me and take me as your sister. Let's work together as a party. I'm telling you before the God I serve.
This happened where? At Afrikiko?
Afrikiko. So
who were present there?
Okay, so I had my deputy general secretary was there. There's this guy called Kojo Afari from CPP. He was also there. And Mr. Apasara was there. He can attest to what I'm telling you. Do you know what he did? So after we were done, I called the chairman and I told the chairman that this is what happened, Daniba. And Daniba said, oh, that's nice. Then organize a meeting between the three of us. We sit down and then we come up with a message so that we will call the rest of the executives and discuss with them. So I called for a meeting. I was there when Daniba called me and said, cancel the meeting. I said, why? That Apasara said he will never, ever sit in a meeting with me. And I said, is that what he wants? That yes. And the meeting was cancelled. I'm telling you this. You don't know the type of man. Do you know that people said, Dr. Mahama, why are you allowing this man to do this? Mr. Apasara had a problem with Bernard Mona and placed an injunction on our party and took us to court in 2016. Dr. Mahama called all the Council of Elders, called all the regional chairmen who are elderly. I heard him sitting here talking that he is the Methuselah of PNC. All lies. They called all the elders, all the regional chairmen of the party, and they asked them to ask him for forgiveness and also to remove the case out. In fact, he was given 10,000 Ghana cedis by Dr. Mahama to remove the case. Do you know he used the money to place an injunction against the party? This is a person who nobody can talk to. The reason why you have seen that the party is like this, nobody can talk to him. We are dealing with someone who is nothing and want to claim to the whole world that he's something. He has nobody in PNC. He has only one person who is a regional chairman for Western region. That is the only thing he has.
But yesterday he made the point that
I heard him say I have 8
executives.
That I have 8. He's a lie. I have more than 8. That is why I can form a NEC meeting, and he calls himself a leader, and everything he has done has been party. He has never formed a NEC meeting. For you to form a NEC meeting, you must have more than 8, more than the half of the regions supporting you. That is what we call a quorum. And whenever he organizes a meeting, he gets 5 chairmen, at times 4, 3. He cannot form a decision. So everything he has ever done is family and friends meetings. For a PNC meeting to be called NEC meeting, you must have more than more than half of the regions. That's 9 for you to form a quorum.
Back to my earlier question. Did you vote for him in the past elections? Did you vote for Mr. Apasara?
I didn't even vote for myself. That is the gospel truth. My vote was here in Accra and I was in Kumasi. So I didn't vote for myself. I did not vote for myself, neither to take, but I campaigned for him. He won in my region. He won in my Northeast region. Mr. Apasara won in my region. He won in Savannah. He won in several regions. Ask their chairman.
But
Dr. Mahama called all the regional chairmen and secretaries and told them, Janet, Apasara, Daniba are my candidates. So because doctor said that, when he was going around campaigning for Wilson, the first person I contacted was doctor. And doctor said, I have heard it. Leave him. I was there when Atik Mohammed called me. He said, I'm feeling pity for you. You are going to suffer for nothing. Apasara hates you. He said he won't work with a woman. That when, even if you win, he will do everything to remove you. Why is doctor bringing him on board? You will get mountainous problems. This man is trouble. I told doctor, these things that we are, it didn't start today. Mr. Apasara, when he was a candidate for PNC, I tell you, everything I say, the God I serve knows is true. NCC organized a program for presidential candidates. And I told Mr. Apasara, please, NCC program is coming on this date. Which people will be there? I said the PPP presidential candidate will be there. CPP presidential candidate will be there. He said, me, I can't go and sit with a woman. And then I said, but CPP. He said, that CPP is a serious party. How can you go and pick a cripple as your presidential candidate?
Apasara said that to you.
And before the God I serve, he doesn't respect women and he doesn't respect persons with disability. And these are the people.
Was anybody present when he made?
Moses Daniba was there. That is, how do I even call, sidekick. He was there. Moses, do you know what pains me now? That we have to drag Moses Daniba into the issue. Because everything he tells Moses Daniba, he does it. Everything. Look, the reason why we had to punish them is because whenever he uses a letter to write, he put Moses Daniba's name there. So he sends us to court and Moses Daniba's name is there. You use the constitution to punish him and you have to punish Moses Daniba in addition because that's the sidekick. Moses Daniba was there when he said it. This man is so arrogant. He's nothing, and he feel the PPP presidential candidate. Is he your colleague? The woman educational level, you who is a secondary school dropout, can go ahead to say this about a woman. And Green Street, can you compare yourself in all sectors to this man? He even beat you in the presidential elections. You are here talking about people being cripples. I'm saying this because I'm now diverting. And if I don't come back to reasons why we are here, Mr. Apasara, I want Ghanaians to know that Mr. Apasara is sacked from PNC. The man has never formed a NEC meeting. A NEC meeting, you have to have more than half of the regions. And he said that the meeting we did was illegal. Do you know he doesn't know the constitution of PNC? He has been sacked because of financial embezzlement and then not this in constitutional mishaps. That's why we sacked him. The constitution of PNC says that if you want to organize a meeting, when he organized the people and did his illegal meeting at the NAT hall, they did not constitute the quorum. They couldn't get the 9 regions. Okay. So not getting the 9 regions, they thought that by doing that they will block because it's the chairman that calls for the meeting. Now he and Daniba are at one side. They have blocked me. I can't come back. Thank God to the beautiful constitution of PNC. They said 1/3 of NEC members can call for a NEC meeting. 1/3 of NEC members call for a NEC meeting. It says that 1/3 of the NEC members that have called for a NEC meeting, then we need a chairman or any of the vices to be able to chair for that NEC meeting. Henry Asante was there as a second vice chairman who chaired the meeting via Zoom. They said that he should be present, physically present. And I said, show me in the constitution. The constitution says present. It did not say physical present. They don't know the constitution of PNC. And they go on radio stations and other things to misinform the general public. The constitution of PNC is saying that you should be present and you can be present via Zoom. Asante was there. And we organized the meeting. 9 regional chairmen attended that meeting that I'm talking to you. So we constituted a quorum. And you see the first time that we removed them from their positions, they were removed. I'm telling you, they were removed. You see this sacking, we have sacked them. The same thing. They have been sacked. Do you know why we are now here? We are here because we are dealing with a man who cannot take defeat. He wants to create chaos so that it will be like PNC, there are wranglings. The PNC is united against one man, Apasara. He carried a lot of people with him who walk around him. They are not national executives. You see, we have somebody called Mark Awusi. We have Awudu Ishak. We have some of the people who are deputies. Let me tell you something. When we went for our elections on the 10th of September, Electoral Commission, the paper that was given to Electoral Commission, these people's names were not there. Article 41 and 42 of the PNC Constitution says you have to be elected. If you are not elected, you are not an executive member. And your election must be done following the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, Electoral Commission. Do you know that Mark Aqua removed all their names? That they were unopposed. As a result, the names never passed through anywhere. So he just took those people who were contesting with other people's names to Electoral Commission. And as a result, Mark Aqua and co are now, today, not elected members of the party. Electoral Commission, people saw them and asked me, who are they? I said, youth organizer, who voted for him? Where was he? Yes or no, or even notice of polls? And I said, these things, you did not see them, that no. I wrote a letter to Electoral Commission. Electoral Commission gave me the names of those that they have elected and told me the names you have given to us, none of them are elected people. So if you really want them to be elected, then you have to go through all the processes again. So I wrote a letter to the media telling the media that the following were not properly elected. They are not executive members of the PNC. Just to notify them. They were notified. I have all the things. When I finish, I will give it to you. Reasons why you should not engage Apasara, who is an illegal person and is doing illegal things. Now, we chose people. NEC came. Everything that he spoke here, and Janet sacked this. You know, do you know he doesn't know the constitution of PNC? He doesn't have power. I don't have power. It is the National Executive Committee that have power to appoint, to sack. I have never appointed anybody. I've never sacked anybody. It is always NEC that have done that. But do you know why he's doing that? He came here and told you that he has his secretary, Prince. That secretary is not a secretary of PNC. He's a secretary of Apasara. Because when PNC wants to appoint, the Constitution has given a caveat how to do that. And it has to pass through what? NEC. NEC will have to say that we like you. NEC will say we don't like you. Ask him whether that Prince, he just picked the person. He thought that Dr. Mahama was doing that. If you want to copy somebody, copy the person's principles. I want to be in politics because of Dr. Edward Mahama. This man is a sacrifice without blemish. Now, I have written a letter to the police to help us retrieve our car from Mr. Apasara. Mr. Apasara, when Dr. Mahama was a leader, he was given a car. A brand new car. If it is you, will you give it to somebody? The car was written in the name of Dr. Mahama. This car number handled to Dr. Edward Nasigiri Mahama. He took the car. Under his regime, when Mr. Apasara was not a leader, and he told me that he will keep it. Whoever becomes flag bearer, he wants to give it to the person to campaign. Who will do this? That is why it pains me. When I knew Mr. Apasara's political career was over when he started insulting Dr. Mahama. Dr. Mahama, when you were, when you had an accident, he had to look for somebody at Eastern Region, carried you there to treat you. Dr. Mahama, when you came here as an MP, the clothing that you wore was unfit to go to Parliament. Dr. Mahama, Professor Nabla, Chief Adams, they had to contribute money to buy you befitting clothing to go to Parliament. You pick our letterhead when you were not executive member and wrote a letter to one minister requesting for funds. The minister wrote back to Dr. Mahama, who is this man? What position is he holding in the PNC? And have you sent him to come to me for money? He told the minister, Dr. Mahama said he should come. And doctor said, yes, I forgot. You send me the letter, let me see. When the minister sent Dr. Mahama the letter, he called Mr. Apasara. Asked Mr. Apasara whether Dr. Mahama didn't call me and him inside his office and said, if you want to do this things, you tell me. But why did you write a letter requesting for funds when you are not even an executive member? This was in 2020 when Mr. Apasara said he wanted to contest. So such a questionable character who have no power in PNC, going around throwing his weight about, trying to lie to the general public that he is a leader of PNC. Ask yourself why he wants to be a leader, so that they can use the party to do visa fraud. I'm telling all the embassies, if you see people that are coming that they are from PNC signed by Mr. Apasara or Daniba, please let us know. I am the general secretary. We have the chairman and leader of the party being Bala Mekankam.
So many allegations.
It's not allegations. These are facts. I just told you that everything that we did.
So let me ask this. Has he processed any visas for people to travel?
The person he's dealing with a guy called his cousin. He's the one who is showing him, who do this. That guy went and gave names to UK embassy. His name is Akani Adams. The one Apasara is now working with, who is showing him what to do. His name is Akani Adams. He sent a list to the UK. Party? Yes. He sent a list to the UK embassy requesting that they should send some people to UK for PNC business and use and forge that time Jacob Amwaku was the acting general secretary. He forged his signature. And when the letter came, Bernard Mona received the letter and came to Dr. Mahama. Look at what Jacob Amwaku has done. Doctor said, wait, let me call him. They called Jacob Amwaku. Jacob Amwaku said, why will I be sending people to US and my name will not be there? Akani name is there. The only person whose name was there that we knew was that Akani Adams. So he said, I've never seen this letter before. I've never sent it before. So when they traced, finally they realized that it was Akani Adams that forged the signature of Jacob Amwaku.
Was he reported to the police?
He was reported to the police. It's all in the public domain. Go to the internet.
No, what happened?
They were looking for him to arrest. They couldn't find him. He was in hiding. Ask Bernard Mona. Everyone knows about it.
Now,
even the Daily Graphic publishes.
So how does Mr. Apasara come in about
I'm just telling
Akani
what I'm saying is that
done?
He has never worked with anybody who is a jest.
No, but
he is always looking for people with questionable characters to work with, so that he can. I've
just
told you the lies he came here and created.
Fair enough. I'm trying to understand the visa racketeering bit. How does Mr. Apasara come into this picture?
Yes, intelligence.
Of
we are getting. You see, he said that he had a. Have you heard that yesterday? He said he had his general secretary.
Yes,
you heard him.
He mentioned.
He brought him information available to us. Says that.
I am trying to understand the point you made about visa racketeering, and I'm saying that how does Mr. Apasara come into visa racketeering when no signature, no document is supposed to have emanated from him?
I am saying that we are having information that they are planning to do visa fraud, and I was standing on their way. All these things that they are doing, apart from the money, the 150,000 that landed in our account, that I said they should use it for party offices. And because I said they should use it for party offices, he organized a meeting and tried to bribe them so that they remove me. When he go and collect his money, nobody is there to hold him accountable anymore. That was what happened. That was what. And let me tell you one thing. He came here and told you that Western North chairman, I was the one who told the man not to fill his forms for him. Do you know why God is going to punish him? It's because of the things I did to protect this man. He has his own money. He doesn't have money. When he came and contested, doctor is the one who funded him, campaign, go here, petrol buying and everything. He was fully funded by doctor. To the extent of they had to give him a car to campaign. He had nothing. So when we went to electoral commission...
Are we talking about his MPship or as the flag bearer?
As the flag bearer.
Okay, good.
So when we went to file for our file our nominations, there were problems. And we had to give money out. Do you know how the money came from my account? About 4,000 cedis. It came from my account. He had nothing. He wasn't having any money.
But
listen,
he was here.
So when you, as a presidential candidate, when your forms are not well filled, it is the general secretary that they hold responsible, not you. And I'm foolhardy enough to let them feel wrong things so that finally they will say I'm an incompetent general secretary. The Western North chairman called into original TV whilst Mark Aqua was there. And he said, ask the person accusing me, Apasara or whatever he called himself, whether I know him. I don't know anybody by name that Edison. The reason why we voted for him was because it was the general secretary who asked us to vote for him. When did I see him? He said, I am going to sue. Then they dropped his name and started using Western North. They also wrote that I took the party to the media. I was there when City called me that Mr. Apasara wrote that I stole 30,000. They should publish it. And they said, let's hear from him. That is why I thank you that you gave me opportunity to also refute the allegations. They called me that I stole 30,000. I said, no. Electoral Commission gave us our refund. I even wrote it on the platform, NEC platform. They are all there. And I told them that we don't have regional offices. So let me divide this money, pay our party office at our national head office, party office. The rest of the money, let me give it to the regions so that when we get more money, we add it to them. We came to the platform. Our national head quarters, the amount was this. All the regions got this and this. It's equals to 30,000. Everyone was aware. But Apasara said, why didn't I put the money in the party account? You understand, right? So that he will go and pick it. That time it was Easter time to go and celebrate Easter. And I'm giving it to the regions to put down as part of their party office's rent. When I told City FM, and I told him, I did account of what the 30,000 was used for. The 1.7 million he took. What account has he done about it? And City FM now said that Apasara stole 1.7 million. When they did that, he wrote it as part of the reasons why I was being punished, that I dragged the name of the party into the media. And then he lied about this Western North that I had nothing. Do you know that he doesn't even know the chairman? He doesn't know anybody. So when he was going to fill the forms, God is a wonderful God. I just gave them the names of chairman and secretaries. And that was the last time. And stayed off. Because when he came in, as if we are rivaling, when he's going to do something, he called them and they are talking and I'm alone. So because of that, I wanted to build his confidence. I gave him all the things and stay off so that one day he won't lie. But still, with all the things I did, he still went ahead to lie about me. And then he talked about 50 bags of rice I took. When we got the rice, immediately I got the rice, I told him, I said, leader, we got 50 bags of rice. So please, how do we share it? Let's go to party office and see. One went to the party office here and Daniba said, go and bring the rice to us. Go and bring it to us. And I said, you are not the administrators. You are not the CEO. I'm the one running the day-to-day administration. I've told you, tell me, this one get this one get this. Maybe I also won't have this. And then they will just bring, then no, I should bring it. I said, I refuse.
Where did the 50 bags of rice come from?
The 50 bags, it came from donors. You know, businessmen who are into rice production and other things. NPP, NDC, they go there. During this fasting season, they go there. We too, we have also decided to also go there. Finally, I heard him saying that the rice came from Flagstaff House. And it has been a wonder to me up till now. He thinks things we get are supposed to come from the Flagstaff House. Why should the Flagstaff House give us rice? The rice of Flagstaff House, why do they sell rice there? These things were acquired from a legitimate business man and woman. It wasn't even one side. This one gave us different rice. This one gave us a different distance. 25, making 50. And this man told me that I should bring the rice. I refuse. And I said, let's share it. He said, no. So what we did was that the 16 regions, we gave 2 bags to the 16 regions. Because politics is not about you being a chairman, a leader. The reason why when we have do politics at times and you get into power, you don't want to do things that will have a trickle-down effect to the grassroots is because as executives, they are those chopping, they don't give anybody. So when he gets into power, it is about amassing wealth. The constituents, those at the grassroots level, they get nothing. That is not how to run a party. So I said, if you go to the regions, make sure that there's 5 + 5, that's 10 bags in every decent plus sugar. Whatever you would do to let it also trickle down, do that. That was what we did.
Now let's come to the money point, because that's where I can see you want us to go to. You filed a complaint with the CID.
Yes.
About this money.
Yes.
How far with that case? As Mr. Apasara yesterday told me, no invitation has been given him by the police.
So when we are talking about institutional failures, if you are talking about people who are dragging this country backwards, it is not the politician. It is our institutions. Look at the CID head office. Do you know the number of times I went there? 6 good consecutive times. And they said, we'll call him. They will send me to this one, toss me to another side. Up till now, they have not called him. I had to send him to court. So I took him to court. And do you know that the court gave him a decent, after we filed, they gave him a reef. And he did not respond. And the judge gave him 1,000 Ghana cedis to pay in default of not writing his appearance. Yesterday, he was here telling you that they have done accounting. I want to tell Ghanaians that this man thinks that politics is about lies and trying to trying to always do things to cover up. Nobody did any auditing. If they do auditing, would I know? As a general secretary, are you the one to call auditors? Nobody have done auditing on the DC.
But you were demanding.
He has not given us I've heard him on television saying, I use this for this, that is not information. That is unofficial information. Official information is me getting a document of what you use the 1.7 million for. I call auditors, audit it. After the auditing, it becomes a legal document. Then we know where we are coming from. There has not been auditing. There is no a document that Mr. Apasara has shown to us signifying that he has done auditing on the 1.7 million. Then the recent 150,000 for party officers. Electoral Commission is going around inspecting party offices. We are in trouble. Because the 150,000 was paid by Mr. Apasara and Mr. Daniba, and there is no PESUA to show for it and no one office to show for it. When you run a political party and people come in with the main intention of like amassing wealth, I have said it and I'm saying it again. Don't give chairmanship, secretaryship to somebody who is not working. Those people, because poverty and other things have stricken them down to the grassroots level. When he comes, he wants to, now, that's the money, our money he's using to pay his children's school fees. It's our money he used to do chasing of women and other things. It is our money he's using for everything. Because immediately you become a flag bearer or a leader, they think that now everything is at your disposal. Some people will be running after you. You think you are handsome or something. No. It's because they have seen that there's money in your pocket. And I'm thinking that Ghanaians vote for a teacher. Vote for somebody who is a carpenter, a mason. He has something doing. It's far, far better than voting for an unemployed person. It's a danger to your party. Apart from him going around to disgrace the party, begging for money, it will also, the reason why Mr. Apasara is doing all these things, and then he wants to come here to talk so that people will say he's in charge, so that he can be able to go to institutions to beg them for money. He even made one newspaper to publish it, and now he has taken the newspaper. When he goes, he said, look, they said I'm still the leader according to this newspaper, so that he can use it to beg for money for himself. And he's also a serial litigant. I told you 2016 how he took us to court. 2017 he took us to court.
Let's deal with the issues. So that audited account.
There's no audited account.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You have been a politician for some time now. Do you agree with me it's not every amount that a party gains in the run-up to an election that can be accounted for at the end of the day?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Politics is about is an administrative work. General Secretary, who happens to be the administrator of the party, when you are going out to hotels, I have to know. My flag bearer is going from here to this in Boga. This is the number of cars they are sending. Approximately, this is the amount of petrol they should use. The hotel bill is like this, blah, blah, blah. The treasurer doesn't have power. The treasurer is taking instructions. Do you understand? From the general secretary. The treasurer is not the administrator of the party. The administrator of the party happens to be the general secretary. How do you pick money to do things without the knowledge of the administrator? And you call that transparency? What the funniest aspect of this man is that he said he was going to shoot and kill criminals. Do you know, I asked him in his office. I said, the path you are chatting, you deserve to also be shot. Because you are not a transparent person. They gave us money for our NEC meeting. The person told me that it was 50,000 that was given for our NEC meeting. I asked this man, please, we are going to do the NEC meeting. We have to invite people to come. How much are we giving them as their lorry fare? How much was given? He thought I didn't know the amount. He refused to tell me. As we are talking now, he didn't tell me. I asked him, you were talking about shooting criminals and killing them. You don't know that lack of transparency is criminality? You took money from somebody. I'm here with Daniba and you. Tell me the amount, the two of them. When I mention the amount, they will turn their faces somewhere. These are the type of people. This man can conjure things. How can you tell me that I printed T-shirts, 500,000, I use a hotel? Are we in the market? Even market women, they have good accounting system. When he was here talking, I was feeling shy. I was embarrassed. I don't deal with papers. I'm an educated person. I don't deal with papers. I deal with proof. I deal with evidence. You understand? When you go to a hotel, you get a receipt. Give me the hotel receipts. I know that people can go in and connive with petrol sellers to get receipts that are not approvable and other things. Go to hotels and get... I want to know, which hotel did you go to? How many people were there? How come you can do all these things without the party? You, the flag bearer, you are doing this without the party's knowledge. The party knows the number of people that are going out into the field. Then they know that these are the hotels we need. That is called transparency.
He made a point. And it will bring me to an earlier question I asked about whether you campaigned for him. He said that prior to David Apasara becoming the flag bearer of the party, monies that come into the party do not go into the account of the party.
You see, when we
talk... But it started with him where...
Ignorant, they say, is a disease. I've told you. Anything... Look, Ghanaians, you are hurting me. You are making me to run away from politics because you are dealing with... You are interested... You don't want transparency. You don't like transparency. You don't want people who are honest and just. You want to deal with criminals who know how to lie. You see this man, when did he come into the party? Yesterday, I was telling our people that this man is an ignoramus. He's an ignorant man. Permit me. He doesn't know the constitution of PNC. Do you know that he thought that Dr. Mahama used to sack the people himself and appoint himself? That's his sidekick. Akane, he wrote it on the platform. Then Haruna Mohammed, I think deputy, was sacked by Dr. Mahama. I said he was sacked by NEC. NEC asked Atik to write the letter. He refused because that was a brother. And Dr. Mahama had to sign on it because NEC refused to sign. And then Dr. Mahama had to come in to sign.
But see,
so it doesn't mean that... I'm coming back to the question.
Yes, but before I lose my thoughts on that...
let me do the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Dr. Mahama, when he came and became a flag bearer in 1996, do you know what he did? the first thing he did was to create regional accounts across board. There is no way we want to pay you money, and Dr. Mahama will agree that we shouldn't pay it through the party accounts. Every person we had was at our, who opened the Societe Generale. When a person comes here and try to lie, if you want to lie, lie on the dead. I'm alive, Dr. Mahama is alive. The Societe Generale. It was Dr. Mahama who opened it. We opened it just to open it for opening sake. All monies that...
How much was in the account before the 2020 elections? Before the 1.7 million we are talking about came into the account, how much was in that account?
There was no money in our account until we started paying our... we started paying in our filing fees and other things. And it was the filing fees that reminds me, that is what you used to run the Congress. Filing fees, ask him how much did he pay. So the amount of money we had in the account was picked and then used for the for organizing the Congress. So when he came and saw that maybe 20,000 was there, it was withdrawn. He wrote that Dr. Mahama stole 20,000. He wrote it. When we were asking him to do account, instead of doing the account, he went in to talk about the filing fees that we paid that was used to run the elections. 16 regions, elections were run on that particular day. Every regional chairman got money to run, to organize their distance. Did the money come from you, Apasare's coffers? That he is the one who came to start this thing. He has come to do nothing. This man is just a disorganized person. Just constitution, just read it. He cannot read. He can't do anything. When he was campaigning, I was there and I was watching him on TV. He went on TV and told them that when PNC come, we are going to do co-payment of national health insurance. How ignoramus can you be that the NHIS is our brainchild, and we are even trying to make sure that cancer patients we add them to the NHIS this thing, and then the drugs they are giving, we make sure that antibiotics, powerful antibiotics, are now what people use to treat diseases and sicknesses. We bring them on board, and you are now going to tell people that we will now do co-payment. This is a man who is trying to destroy the PNC because he's ignorant. You've been sacked. Go to the constitution and check what happened and what happened. You won't do that. You will try to. He's trying to just create chaos so that he's ashamed of himself. Just imagine when they say that, oh, a woman this thing. So he tried to create chaos. He went to the police station. I heard him talking about the police being unfair, and I loved it because the police are unfair. If the police were to be fair, this man should not be sitting here. They should have locked him up for threatening them. He threatened me in the presence of the police deputy commander, Greater Accra Region. He threatened me in his presence. The man said, but you have been sacked. And he said, no, he will not allow me to operate. Because if I'm operating, people make fun of him and he cannot sleep. He will not. What type of childish statement is it?
How did he threaten you? What did he say?
He said if I've been at the party office and we go there to do selfies to make fun of him, he is going to look for people to come and lynch us at the party office and blood will flow. It was Apasara at the police commanders, this deputy police commanders, this thing. Who does that? Who does that?
Now, let's come back to the point I was going to make. And influence of Dr. Edward Mahama in the party. A next decision can be taken, but that next decision can be influenced. Not so.
That is it. And listen, it pains me that Dr. Mahama, the three wise men of PNC, when we say three wise men, we have the northeast, northern region, upper east region, where the region he comes from, and then eastern region. These are the elders of the party. They have been there since Liman era. And they are the regional chairman for these three regions I called. They are the three wise men of PNC. And they don't want to see Apasara face to face. Because they said this is not somebody who can build a family. He's a divider. So we should not, at the first place, doctor shouldn't have done this. They accuse doctor of being the one who is trying to destroy the party. If he did not bring Apasara, whom he knows is a serial litigant, who he knows is somebody who doesn't listen to elders. He has this man. So this man, when they came, they said, we want to see Dr. Mahama. I was the one who went with the youth organizer to Dr. Mahama's office, and I told him. He said, I don't want to always be, because of what this man is doing. And I said, they said they want to see you. So the day that we're having the next meeting, in the morning, it didn't start. He came in and said that I pray that there will be peace That is what we want. The only way this PNC can grow is when you have peace and when you have unity among you. And that is what I'm praying. I pray that God should give you the wisdom to make decisions that will bring peace and unity into the party. This is what he said before the God we said. And then he said, so I will be leaving. He said it in 3 minutes and left. And I heard that, you know, Apasara doesn't want you guys to know that he's nothing. And I'm the one who have defeated him. He tried to bring Dr. Mahama. You know how men ego is. He wants to bring him on the limelight so that, because this meeting that was organized, before the God I said, Dr. Mahama did not know anything. I called all of them, our people. I called them. It's only when they arrived that the 3 wise men said that they want to bring Dr. Mahama. They wanted to even go to his house. And I told him, he said he would just come and say hello. And he came and said hello and told us to think of unity, which is supposed to bring us together. Why Dr. Mahama has not opened his mouth? Because we are dealing with somebody who doesn't listen to advice.
All right. You say you campaigned for Dr. Apasara.
Yeah,
Mr. Apasara, sorry.
That's his
where did you campaign for him?
You see, North-East region. North-East region is my region. I control North-East region. I'm telling you, I control North-East region. North-East region voted for Apasara.
But you were
I told Apasara, and let me tell you what happened. Apasara, as I'm talking about it, that they should vote for him, Apasara took Wilson to Greater Accra region and then told them that they should vote for Wilson, Emmanuel Wilson. The people told me. That was when I told Apasara, I said, you see what you have done? I will teach you one lesson for you to know I'm powerful. You don't know me. I will make you lose Tamale. I told Awingobet, I said, come. What you have done in Greater Accra region, I will do it in Tamale. I took Awingobet to Tamale, and I told them, vote for this man. They voted for Awingobet.
So it tells me. So it tells me that indeed
it happened. I told him.
So indeed
it
he's
happened.
right to say that even from the onset, you undermine him.
No. It's not true. If you say from the onset, God will not be happy with you. I just told you that he took Wilson to Greater Accra region to do it. And a month later, when he took Wilson to Greater Accra region, he took Wilson to Western region where his brother is. And then told them that they should vote. The people told me. And I told him, the Western region was the break of this in Camel's back. When I told him, Greater Accra region, they said it's okay. Western region, when we went, that day it pained me to the core. And I told him, I said, I want to show you something. So that Western region, that was in around 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. We drove from Western region to Accra here on that day. Look, my drivers had to take off. They went to Tamale. In fact, and then the following day, I took a flight and I went and met them in Tamale. We got to Tamale around 8 o'clock or 8. And then by 9 o'clock, we left Tamale and went through the 19 regions. We finished the 19 regions around 4 o'clock a.m. in the morning. And then Awingobet won in Tamale. Just to show, and then he shouldn't think of coming back home because he cannot even come back to PNC.
So if even before the main elections, all these things had happened.
I told Doctor that we were going to have problems. I told him.
So before the main elections, you went to an election with a divided front. General Secretary fighting flag bearer. General Secretary didn't vote for flag bearer.
You see, when you say this, I don't like it. I told you that before God and man, I never voted. So why did you say I didn't vote for a
but you didn't vote for him, did you?
No, did I vote?
No.
No. I did not vote. My vote is here. I was in Tamale.
Janet, listen, please.
I was in Kumasi.
Listen. I am asking specific questions.
Why you
have given me the general answer. But that general answer fit into my specific question.
What I'm telling you is that I wasn't even the one. I told you, Atik Mohammed told me. The first time I was coming from Upper East, and he said that you are there with who? I said, I went alone, but you know, flag bearer is in Oti region, whilst I'm in Upper East. He said, who? Apasara? He's not your person, no. Apasara told the things he told me, I don't like it. This one is in secret. Atik Mohammed, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But this man, we have to expose him so that Ghanaians will know him for who he is. Atik Mohammed said, I'm scared for you. He's not supporting you. He's supporting Wilson. He told me that he will never work with a woman. I picked a phone and called him on my way to from Bolga to Tamale. I called him. I said, I've just heard from somebody that you are supporting Wilson. This man can pretend. You know me, I like shouting and things, but I say things from my heart. This man is a dangerous man. He said, oh, how can I do that? I will support you. You know, I believed him. So I said, Sheikh Mohammed is trying to cause confusion between me and Apasara. So my driver said that, so because you know that you pretend to attack Mohammed, I said, I never knew until Greater Accra region, he went there and introduced Wilson. I told Dr. Mahama. Dr. Mahama said, yes, report has already come to me that Apasara said he doesn't want to work with you. I said, you knew and didn't tell me. He said, don't worry, just calm down. Don't worry. I'm the one who said they should vote for the three of you. How do I tell the people that don't vote, they are going to... No, just leave it. Just leave it. Pray to your God.
Let me ask this.
That was what Dr. Mahama told me. So everyone now knew that he was working against me. So if you are talking about there in a historical antecedents of things
let me drop PNC. Let me just drop PNC for a second, and let me talk about Ghana. This same PNC you are painting this very mad picture of to us this morning was the same PNC that Janet, you wanted Ghanaians to vote for. Hold on one second.
PNC, I'm not painting in this. No,
Apasara,
we are painting black.
Hold on. He was your flag bearer. Hold on. If Ghanaians had in 2020 decided to vote for the PNC in 2020, would have been voting for a party with such a divided front, with all these issues, and PNC would have been at the helm of affairs of this country?
You know something? It is this man coming into the limelight was divine. God wanted to teach him all the battles. Have you seen all the fighting that have been going on? I heard him saying that he is a uniter. No. Bernard camp and Dr. Mahama camp is still like that. When he came in, he just went there to join them to try to destroy the rest of us.
Join Bernard?
Yes. He joined Bernard camp. Apasara joined. He's with Bernard. Bernard doesn't talk to me. He talks to Apasara. You ask yourself why. You see Haji Ajara, the one who was council of a state member, she was calling. Haji Ajara is an NDC. It's Bernard Dissing. It's a Bernard.
You nearly said NDC.
No, not NDC. I said like a Bernard person.
Okay.
So, Alaji what? That Bankuri, this man, he went and joined NDC and they did not pay attention to him. He ran back. He's in Bernard camp and he's with Apasara. Apasara used him to insult doctor on our platforms. This is a man who, when he comes from Takoradi, he doesn't have lorry fare to go back to Takoradi. Dr. Mahama had to give him money. Then you pick these people, caricatures, and brought them together to insult doctor. For what sake? What has doctor ever done to you? Things you have done that should have come to the public domain, doctor tried to step it down. You tried to defraud the PNC by writing a letter to a minister to get money that the party knew nothing about. Doctor heard it. That's why I told doctor. Covering things, you think PNC, people are thinking that what we are doing, we are destroying the party. We are building a country, Ghana. We are telling people to speak out. Ghanaians try to cover things. For instance, this man is somebody, when you give money to him and tell like this, the money will vanish. He's a very bad person and shouldn't be a presidential decision. He's also a potential coup plotter of this country.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, he's more dangerous. They were talking about coup plotters. If they arrest this man, you won't even hear that decision. I'm sure he's behind it. Look, this man.
Apasara is behind
Apasara.
The coup plot.
Potential coup plotter. If Apasara was to be President Mahama, by now there won't be peace in this country. He can't take defeat. He would have said he would not agree. Sure. You see what he's doing, PNC.
But why do you say he could plot a coup? Has it given you any indications that he wants to plan a coup?
You are in a political party. The political party has rules and regulations governing it. They sack you. They dismiss you. You went round. You took us to court. The court told you that come back to the party. You came back and formed your own disciplinary committee in your house. Then after that, you took the disciplinary committee and said that I have exonerated myself from being financially I did not misappropriate any funds. So I reinstate myself as the leader of the party. And then you said you are going to a standing committee. You take it to the standing committee. That is not a standing committee, because the people there, only 3 chairmen went there. Then you go there and you call press. The standing committee is not a body that talks to the press. It is a body under the General Secretary's office. You understand? So when they are done, they give the information to the General Secretary to carry it to the National Executive Council, a committee, where a decision can be made. So the disciplinary committee information can be rejected by standing committee or accepted, and the standing committee information can be rejected by NEC or accepted. You understand? Because they are just an advisory body. So how do you go there to sack even people? That I suspend this one. He is making a mockery of PNC.
All right.
Everything PNC have been doing is to follow our constitution. Everything Apasara has been doing is concert party.
I would have to go for a break. But whilst we're on break, I have been searching for the PNC's constitution online. Okay. It's proving a bit difficult for me because what I got was proposals for amendments for your constitution. Yeah, I think that's one of your Congress. I would rather want the constitution. I'll ask you a final question before the show ends. Okay. So we'll take a break and we'll be back. And you're welcome back to the Happy Morning Show live on ETV Live on Happy 98.9 FM. There's a very special birthday dedication I need to do this morning before we proceed, and it's sort of a very special one to me. Today happens to be your birthday, Honam May, and I wish you good health, I wish you blessings, I wish you more grace, I wish you prosperity, I wish you all that you ever wish for. And this is coming from myself. It's coming from the entire family. It's coming from your kids, Kwame and the sister in Germany, I believe. It's coming from your auntie, the one who says, Mecho Meho. It's coming from that other auntie as well, the one who saw me and then didn't come. All of them wishing you a happy birthday. And from everyone else, Honam, we say we love you very much. Happy birthday to you and a blessed morning to you. On that note, I'll come back to the studio. So, Janet, Mr. Apasara challenges your decision to kick him out of the party. And I made you send me your party constitution, the bit that talks about quorum. And I'm reading the 3, where it says that, first, let me read 1 second. Viewers and listeners must bear with me. First, let me read what Daily Graphic quoted as part of the communique that you issued. It says that having constituted a majority of a quorum and pursuant to Article 45 of the Constitution of PNC, the National Executive Committee held a meeting in Accra to, among other things, deliberate and decide upon issues of concern to the party. Next, successfully reviewed membership of the various functional committees, namely Legal, Constitutional Research and Policy, International and Diaspora Relations, Finance and Fundraising, and Disciplinary Committees. This is to promote inclusivity and ensure that members are chosen on the basis of their knowledge and experience. After a comprehensive discussion of the court ruling on the matter brought against the party by Messrs. David Apasara and Moses Daniba, NEC concluded that the duo have violated Article 14A of the PNC Constitution, which states that any member of the party who is aggrieved by the party's action and inaction shall within 21 days first seek redress from the internal dispute resolution mechanisms of the party and shall have a further right of appeal to Congress. NEC also took notice of a purported standing committee meeting which was unduly conveyed and presided over by Messrs. Apasara and Daniba on May 7, 2022. The said meeting was attended by some members of the party despite an official caution from the party leadership. Now, let me come to the bit that I want to read to you and see whether indeed what you classify as being a quorum for the dismissal of Mr. Apasara holds. The 3 says the quorum for NEC, a meeting shall be 1/3 of the members, including the leader, chairman, and one of the 3 national vice chairmen, no less than 6 of the 10 regional chairmen.
That was when we had the 10 regions.
Okay, fine. But that caveat of the leader and the vice chairpersons being part of the quorum, was it met?
Okay. The PNC constitution is a very beautiful constitution, as I told you. You know, after Mr. Apasara and Daniba went and did their illegal meeting at NATO and said they have suspended me, they thought by doing that, they were the only people that had the power to call for a NEC meeting. But there is a caveat in our constitution that says that 1/3 of the NEC members can call for a NEC meeting. And out of this 1/3 of the NEC members calling for a NEC meeting, that is not all. To be present and to chair, the chairman has to be there. If the chairman is not there, or the leader, and the leader is not there, any of the vices, if any of the vices is not there, then the 2 of the vices can appoint a regional chairman to even chair for the meeting. But we qualified because or any of the vices, this guy, what is the name? Henry Asante was there. So Henry Asante being there, so the constitution was made just to let people know that it is not the power. Power is not vested in the hands of the leader. Neither is it rested in the hands of the chairman or any of the dissent. You all cannot one day come together and say that we will not do this. And even the constitution is saying that even if all of them refuse to call for a NEC meeting, 1/3 can call. If 1/3 calls and any of them comes, the meeting is legal.
The caveat, as much as I can't see it very well, the caveat, as you mentioned, is clearly spelled out here. In the absence of the officers mentioned, I can't fully see, in paragraph 2, above, a regional chairman of the party may be elected to preside for a particular, there's something I can't see, meeting only, provided there is a written consent.
That's what I've just told you.
So,
but unfortunately, we did not need that.
Why did you not need it?
Henry Asante is the vice chairman and was present. So we were, that was the first meeting. I'm not talking of the second meeting. As for the second meeting, dear, we don't even need any vice. Listen, the second meeting to remove Apasara and Daniba from their position, we needed any of the vices, one, or we needed a chairman or a leader.
But this is not what your constitution is saying.
No, that's
what you are saying is not what your constitution is saying.
Check it, read it.
I'm just reading what we just said.
Yes.
So let me read again. The 2, the Article 2 of the Constitution says the national chairman shall preside at the meeting of the National Executive Committee. In his absence, the first, second, and third vice chairmen shall preside in succession, depending on who is present.
Thank you.
Wait. Now, when you come back to the 4,
yes,
the 4 references the 2.
Yes.
By saying that in the absence of the officers mentioned, that's the national chair, the first secretary, it says that in the absence of the officers mentioned,
no,
paragraph
you are
2
confusing.
above.
You are confusing yourself. Don't confuse yourself. Don't. And don't confuse our viewers. We say the regional secretary listen. Even the regional chairman, you cannot even preside over a NEC meeting that can be able to deal with business of the day. You understand? Except some extraordinary ones. You understand? So they are saying that if the chairman is not there, the leader is not there, any of the vices is not there, then you can get consent from them as a chairman to be the chairman of the occasion. That meeting that we did at Kumasi, the Henry Asante was there. So we did not need any written consent from anybody for a regional chairman. And no regional. Do you know what Mr. Apasara was saying that is confusing you? He said that meeting, it was a regional chairman that chaired the meeting. It's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie. A regional chairman did not chair the meeting. It was Henry Asante that chaired the meeting. And he chaired it via Zoom. He said that Henry Asante, the reason why he is talking is that he said Henry Asante couldn't have chaired via Zoom because the constitution says that he should be present. When they say present to Mr. Apasara thinks that present means you walking with your physical legs to the place. But the constitution did not spell out that you should be physically present. They said all must be present. Even the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court interviewed people via Zoom. The president of Ghana have talked to the people of Ghana via Zoom. Zoom has come to stay with us as we are here. And most of our people, they usually even join the meetings. Look, it wasn't even a Henry Asante alone. Central Regional Secretary joined the meeting, the first meeting via Zoom. So what I'm saying is that we followed from start to finish the constitutional mandate, and Apasara, David Apasara, was sacked. The second meeting that have now removed him. Now, when they sacked him, they didn't just sack him and left it alone. They removed an acting chairman and leader. Look, you check through I'll give you the constitution. And if we don't have a chairman, then any of the regional chairmen can act in that position. That's what the constitution says. They picked.
Janet, I found what I'm looking for. Okay. The 4. And I'm not confusing my listeners, and I'm not confusing myself. In the absence of the officers mentioned in paragraph, this is the document you sent to me. In the absence of all the officers mentioned in paragraph 2 above, a regional chairman of the party may be elected to preside for a particular meeting only, provided there is a written consent to proceed from the leader, chairman, and at least...
You are still misleading your leader.
Hold on.
Why are you reading that place?
Hold on.
A regional chairman did not chair our meeting. Why are you reading it?
Please, hold on. Janet, hold on. I'm talking about the NEC.
The NEC. And I'm saying no regional chairman has ever chaired in our NEC meeting. So why are you there? You only talk about this thing when they say regional chairman.
I'm asking that, was there a consent from the leader or the chair?
Listen, the consent is only coming when a regional chairman is the one chairing. A regional chairman has never chaired our meeting, so leave it.
No. Let me go back to the two. Janet, be with me.
This is you.
This is your own party.
Read it. They said only when you get... Look, the chairman has only power over regional chairman. He doesn't have the power over vice chairman. He cannot say that he will give a vice chairman consent because the vice chairman was equally elected. So if you are not there, he is now
Janet,
the power.
Your party's constitution reads, I'm not a lawyer. I'm an ordinary person.
No, not you are confusing yourself.
Listen, the national chairman shall preside at the meeting of the National Executive Committee. Not so. In his absence, the first, second, and third national vice chairman shall preside.
Very good. Wait there.
Yes.
Wait. Henry Asante is the second vice chairman. Was he illegal to preside or not?
Yes, he has.
If he's presiding, then the other one is not. But if Henry Asante is not there,
relax. Janet, relax.
I'm relaxing.
You said Mr. Asante presided, right?
Presided.
Good.
So the one that you
is provided for in two.
Yes, the two. Yes. So the other one only comes into place when Mr. Asante is not there. The second vice, the third, they are not there. No. Then we need somebody to preside.
Relax.
Then you need a written consent.
Please relax.
You are trying to waste my time. I'm
sure.
No. You are because there are a lot of things I have to talk about the motion. No, you are intentionally. You are intentionally.
Relax.
Because our constitution, I've told you, the Ghanaians have understood.
The fact that it's your constitution does not mean that you alone understand the constitution.
Your people here understood. You are intentionally trying to because number one.
Let me read it for the last bit.
No, number one. They said the thing.
Because
don't
I think that
don't read. Let me explain.
For me. I'm reading your own constitution. Your own constitution says that, and the constitution is quick. The four alone is quick to reference back to the two. That in the absence of all the officers mentioned in paragraph 4.
Wait. Henry Asante was there. So why do you go to talk about in the absence of all the officers mentioned in paragraph 4? No. You are trying to just beat into my time so that I won't talk about the others. Why? They said in the absence.
Am I an Apasara supporter now?
I don't know. In the absence, they told you that in the absence of the chairman not being there, the leader not being, and the vices not being there. But the vice was there. So why do you go to the other one? The vice was there. I told you. So why do you go to the other? You don't go there. So please don't truncate what we are doing. So what I'm saying is that the second vice chairperson of the PNC was there, Henry Asante. And because of that, our meeting was legal. We did not have to go and seek Apasara's consent to allow a regional chairman to chair our meeting. A regional chairman never chaired. So when a regional chairman is not chairing, then we don't need consent from Apasara. That is what I'm telling you. So Henry Asante chaired the meeting became legal. Apasara and Daniba were kicked out of the party. So they took us to court and said that they will not agree. And the court said, provide your evidence. Ask them. They never brought any evidence. The first one, they labeled 3,000 Ghana cedis charge against them at a competent decision at the High Court. Then he came back, filed again, and then that one they leveled 1,000 Ghana cedis, and then finally the last one they leveled 500 Ghana cedis against him in the court, all the three cases, and he has not paid a pesewa of it. Then he came back, the party, this emotion says, come back to the party. He came back to the party, formed his own disciplinary committee, exonerated himself, and said he has gone to a standing committee, which standing committee, as I told you, the general secretary is the one to call for that meeting. I never called for that meeting.
Janet,
I was not at that meeting.
I'm sorry to rudely interrupt, but our time is really, really fast spent.
What about the motion?
We have only just a minute. My time is fast spent.
You see why I was saying that he intentionally tried to just delay something
now, Janet, you are now impugning ill motive.
Okay, I'm sorry.
To my...
I'm sorry.
Questioning your...
You are not questioning because the constitution says if the chairman is not there...
If the chairman
is not there and the leader is not there and the vices are not there, then the leader has to give consent to some
I
people.
would have to
I
end
told
it
you,
here.
you didn't want to listen. And you are there
Janet,
arguing now. I can't even talk about the emotion.
Don't impute and impugn my reputation as a host.
I am
but
a
anyway,
PNC member and I know the constitution.
My guest this
more
morning
than you.
has been Madam Janet Nabla. She's the General Secretary of the PNC, and she joined me to, try to understand some of the issues raised by Mr. Apasera yesterday on the show. And for fairness and balance sake, I decided that I would not allow for her to join the conversation yesterday, but rather I'll give her more than an hour to also tell us her side of the story. And that's what I have done. I'll thank you for being a part of the show. Janet, thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning.
Thank you for having me. I'm grateful.
On that note, I will end with this very important one that, Royal Aroma wants me to tell you, that my brother, my sister, don't just eat rice. Eat fortified rice with vitamins, with nutrients, with all that your children especially require in order to focus and to learn for you. Tasty Tom is what you need in your home as well. The jollof, the soup, any other thing you're preparing, let it be Tasty Tom. It's very much enriched. On that note, I'll thank you for being a part of the conversation this morning. God bless. A nice weekend.